Hello, welcome. I think we're streaming. Oh, somebody's gone off. Oh, there's Mikey. Hello, Mikey. Welcome to this inaugural venture of our attempts at Cthulhuing. I put a hat on, and that's only a recent edition. I only just grabbed it when I saw the state of some of the people, not state, the standard of some of the people appearing on the stream tonight. So welcome to Andy, who's up in the top right.
Hey, Andy.
There. So who's joining us. Despite Andy's accent, he's not Californian surfer. Welcome. I think that's true.
Well, despite a lot of things, really.
Hello, Mikey. Welcome
because
to
I'm not.
the center of
I can think of most
Cthulhuing.
than a Californian surfer.
That's only a recent
Well, that's what most people take me for, like,
the state of
initially,
people.
for some damn reason. Okay, it's probably my accent. But no, I am actually about the same latitude as you guys. Cold, windy, rainy, flat, great Denmark.
Hey.
So,
Andy.
Just a different.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. I think I have an old replica, one of those old stand-up telephones, up in the attic. So I think next week I'm going to hack the speaker into it so I can be keepering from the old. I'll contact you that way with your little bit of words. Okay, so
Operator.
Yeah. Hello.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Sorry, there is an audio.
For your information, this is not a real point. This is a bubble point.
What? Where's the bubbles?
We didn't put them in.
We didn't put them in. I don't want to
trying
know
to be a bit, somber.
Is that a spliff in your cigarette holder? Is it?
It is.
Well, there you go. The 20s weren't that bad. There's no drinking in the 20s, remember that. Well, not in America anyway. I don't know how I'm going to do with this headset. Right, okay. So, sorry, there's a bit of audio looping there. We had a minor technical issue, but I think it's sorted now. Right. Sorry, that's sort of knocked me there now for all that sort of carnage. Okay, so the big difference between this and D&D is this is not a class-based system, and I don't mean that in a like some people that are over there with cash. I don't mean that class. It's so it's not about like whether your character is a rogue or a healer or whatever else. This is more about your skills. So you can be an accountant that's a kick-ass, badass tank, and you can be, so it doesn't matter. It's down to the skills. There is a chance to progress your skills as we go along. We're going to do this really for all of us because none of us have played this before as a tutorial type of episode for ourselves. So I'll do stuff like prompt yous. I'm going to have to take the hat off for a bit. I'm going to do stuff like prompt yous about what you should be looking for. So when you go into an area, I'll be saying, maybe you should try this or whatever, just so that we get a feel for it. And I know we normally sort of do a mixture of real dice rolls and online dice rolls, but I think just for the first episode or so, that we'll just use the online ones, just so that we all know what we're rolling correctly, because it's a bit different to D&D, the way the dice roll system works. So I think it'll just save a bit of confusion. So if everybody's ready, we'll just get stuck in, if that's okay with everyone. No?
Yeah.
Did you say no?
No.
Okay. Already we have. And yes, sorry, on the overlay there, Edmund is not Edmund, and Archibald is not Archibald. I got those names the wrong way around. So Andy's actually Archibald, and Ray is Edmund. So I'll fix that for next week. Right. Okay, so what I'm going to throw up there now, I'm going to vomit out, is on the COC handout screen, there is a chart. So if you want to be able to watch the video and look at all the different text channels, you can hit, on the video link, there's a little arrow, a little pop out, and that'll put the video over in a separate window. So you can keep that up while you're looking at the other stuff. I know as well, we don't normally use Discord to this level. We're usually using Owlbear. So that in itself is probably going to be a little bit more causing a bit of confusion. So I
really miss that system.
Oh yeah, the other thing as well is don't forget switch off the auto gain setting and the what was the other one? The noise compression in the Discord mic settings. That's can cause you to drop out because you were dropping out there a bit, Donica. If you go into your video,
echo cancellation,
and the sensitivity or auto sensitivity or something is the other one. Put that down to the left because that's why sometimes people drop in and out. So I've drawn up a map there, and myself and Ben tried this yesterday, and it actually worked. So I'm going to try this again. So I'm going to try and do a screen share through Discord. Actually picking up a lot of audio from someone. I think is that you, Donica? Street noise. There, it's gone now.
Gone. Yeah, that's probably me.
Probably a bit too sensitive. Anyway, okay. So I'm just going to share the screen here. Hopefully this will work. Share my screen. Okay. Hopefully there's a little map up there. Is that coming up on your screen?
Is that on Discord we're talking about? It's not a video.
No, on Discord you should see where the rest of the videos are. There should be a screen share of a chat.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the situation is there is a ferry that goes from Newport down to Rockport, and the reason it does that is you might think there's Innsmouth there is a town. Innsmouth is a town that in this area, and Archibald is a cop in Ipswich. So he'd notice a lot of people avoid the area Innsmouth. It's sort of notoriously decrepit, run-down place. It's surrounded by marshes, so it's actually very hard to get at from land. About 100 years ago, it was very, very prosperous, huge producer of gold. No one's really sure where the ore came from because this part of Massachusetts isn't known for having much gold ore. But anyway, they seem to produce an awful lot of it. There was some incidences and the town has gone into decline in the last 10 or 20 years. However, it still makes most of its money from fishing. Their fishing grounds seem to be hugely productive in fish, and they don't allow any other fishermen into the area there. They're very strange people. There's a lot of people think they have a strange medical. There's a lot of inbreeding. They look a bit stranger than normal people. There's what they call the Innsmouth look. So there's no really link from the likes of Ipswich to Rockport. You have to travel on the train nearly all the way down beyond Arkham and back up. And you can see from the roads there, even from Arkham, there's no major road to Rockport. So this ferry, which takes about a day's passage, it usually leaves in the morning. There's a dinner, and then it usually is getting in late at night. So you're on that ferry, and on the other map there, it swings around. Now, depending on prevailing winds, it'll either go to the north of Beacon Island, or if it's quite windy, and there is a storm coming up tonight, so it's actually probably going to head through Beacon Sound, which is the little bit of water between the island and Folly Point. So the ship should be getting in quite late, probably around 11 o'clock. It'll be coming alongside in Rockport. You've been on it for most of the day. You've been pottering around playing shuffleboard and in the smoking room. Of course, there's no alcohol. This is the prohibition time. And it's getting a bit choppy, and it's after just getting a bit dark. And you're a couple of hours away, and you're just here heading in Beacon Sound. So, where are you on the boat? Tell me.
In the bar.
There is no bar. It's prohibition.
There has to still be a bar somewhere. I'm sitting on the deck.
You're
the viewing deck.
Yeah, I'm up top, yeah.
Yeah,
looking out over the water.
Yeah, I'm smoking over the water.
Same. I'm on the back guardrails and leaning out on the aft, having a cigarette.
And we're all socially distant because there was a pandemic
100%.
that time as well.
Spanish flu, yeah.
Woof.
Yeah. So, okay, so you're coming along, and you're noticing you can see off the port.
It's at the moment.
Port bow. You're just breaking the whole theatre there. You're off your port bow. You can notice there's a flashing light from the lighthouse there. and you're just heading along, and it's getting a bit gusty and it's getting a bit chill. And someone might turn around to the lady there, Janet, and suggest that she go below decks there before she catches a cold. It's not really for ladies up here, this sort of weather. And or maybe you just won't suggest that to her. I don't know. So as you're coming around the light, suddenly all of a sudden, and it's quite a dark night. It's a new moon, so there isn't much light apart from the lighthouse, and you can see over on the starboard side, over by Rockport, you can make out lights from a couple of houses and that over there. And as the boat is trundling along and you're all looking out, all of a sudden the light goes out in the lighthouse. So and you're plunged into, apart from Derek's cigarette tip and whoever else is smoking there's not much light, and it's starting to get a bit choppy. And you can see there is after a couple of minutes there's a bit of panic on deck from the sailors.
Sorry, Phil, is this a lighthouse at Rock Point or on Beacon Island?
Beacon Island.
Beacon Island,
So
okay.
you're in Beacon Sound. Beacon Island's to the port, Rockport's to the starboard. You can see house lights from the starboard. There's probably a couple of navigation lights over on Rockport as well, warning of the rocks. But the main light was coming from the lighthouse. And it's now suddenly the island has been plunged into darkness.
Well, I'm just going to kind of sit back and kind of, I suppose, as the crew is getting a bit panicky, I'm just going to sit back smugly and kind of just watch them have to deal with whatever little problem it is. I don't know what the significance of this is, but it's a bit of fun watching them run around panicky.
Yeah, I'm watching everything that's going on.
Well, Phil, you and Donica would probably be able to fill me in. I have fucking absolutely no idea what to do on a boat, but growing up amongst sailors and being a marine biologist, I don't know. I feel like my fella might try and give a hand, or whatever's appropriate in a fucking emergency situation.
Well, it's not an emergency yet. You are a bit concerned that the light on that big fuck off rock has stopped. That was showing where the big fuck off rock was. The big stay away.
He's worried. Like
the big stay away from me light is gone.
It's his dare.
Yeah. And
is getting below deck a bad idea or a good idea if we're about to hit some rocks?
I don't think going below decks is ever a good idea in that type of a situation. So
if you're a biologist, you probably went to see a bit, and you're probably completely going, forget this. Who cares?
Yeah.
He's not too panicked yet, but he's concerned.
Yeah, and you can see you're having a look, and you can see that there's a swell getting up, and the wind is starting to gust up. And from you, actually, we'll start off. Give me an intelligence roll, an int roll there, please, Ben, or a maritime. Which, if you've won for a nautical themed one that you'd want to, you have that might be better.
Hang on, sorry, I'm scrolling down instead of up. He has. I just want to. I'm just trying to think.
How do you?
Swim. I'm trying to think. Sorry, I'm just going through all the skills. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
Navigate?
I don't know if there's
one.
Navigate
can be for
navigate.
Can be for cars and stuff. So navigate. What's your navigate ability?
10%.
Okay, I'm sure your intelligence is better than that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 80.
Okay, so roll an 80. Now, if you're using so the way to do this is just flick into the COC dice rolls. Go / C roll, and then it's 80, and T is your target.
Just T.
T for target. And then that'll do the calculations for you. Otherwise, you can just go C roll.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how that... So...
T
/ C roll, yeah?
80 T. Don't give a space, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you got an extreme success. So just as a bit of the tutorial point, because your skill is 80, that's very good. So the chances are you're going to score. So you roll and you want to get below that, which is a bit of a weird concept. If you get below half your skill, so your skill was 80, so half your skill was 40. If you get below that, it's called a hard success. So you did really well. If you get below 1/5 of your threshold being 80, so 1/5 of that, if you get below that, that is known as an extreme success. Now, the numbers you would have on your character sheet, so it would say 80, 40, 60, 16. So there's always 3 numbers. So that's the pass rate, The next
I was
number
wondering
is the
what-
hard one, and the other one is the extreme one.
Oh, okay.
So that's a quick
Okay.
look guide. If you
That's
type,
handy.
if you type in the C roll your target value and T, it'll actually calculate them. It'll say, oh well, he needs a 16, and it'll go extreme success. So it just makes it a bit easier. So you got an extreme
that's handy.
success. So a success would be, you notice this is concerning. The wind is blowing in the direction of where the island was. A hard success, you get a bit more information. You might say, well, the wind speed is picking up, and you're really going to get pushed up into those rocks. Where an extreme success, you're going to go, oh fuck, we're going to run aground. So you've suddenly realised this has gone from being a couple of sailors panicking around the place to we're in the shit. So you know this boat is more than likely it's heading for some trouble.
Right. Is you're better off trying to weather it or get the fuck off the ship to see if there's a
Well,
a light.
the rule of thumb is
I mean,
the ship is the biggest lifeboat you're on. So
yeah.
you know, but you would be getting ready. Yeah, you would be getting ready,
Yeah.
like you'd be bracing, you'd be getting ready. You might be, buttoning up your coat because you know if you're going to end up going to the tide.
Yeah, it's gonna win the
if you've got a hat, you're going to put it on. You're going to do that sort of stuff, like.
I think he might run around to the other
and cause
people
panic,
and just because.
panic.
No, not like just kind of be like try. He's gonna try. He's gonna try and act like he's. He's gonna try and act like he's like calm, and he's just being like, "Oh yeah, nothing to worry about. Yeah, just, ma'am, maybe button up your coat. Just make sure you're nice and warm, just because it's the wind's picking up. So, everybody maybe just kind of hold on to something. It's getting a little bit rocky, but just he's trying not to
Good man, are we in danger here?
No, it's fine. We'll just let the sailors do their job, and it's gonna be fine. But just maybe keep your wits about you, and
Can you point me in the direction of the lifeboat?
Well, I don't know. I'm not actually working here on the boat.
Do we have lifeboats on the boat, Phil?
There would be. I mean, this is only a couple of years after the Titanic went down with a few lifeboats.
Yeah.
They would have started making some inroads into it, so there would be probably some. It's not a big ship you're on either, so.
Okay, so I'm just going to stroll slowly down to his lifeboat, quietly.
Yeah. Looking at Derek. Hey, buddy. Hey, guy. I wouldn't stand so close to the edge.
Put up my jacket and put my hat on and kind of throw my cigarette over the side.
Yeah, man.
A little bit away from the edge.
Yeah.
And I'm going to follow Jane down to where we see a lifeboat, just stand in the area. I'm not, talking yet, but I'm walking in the same direction. Take a
boy.
Are Edmund and Robert about? Are they up on the deck or are they below?
So Edmund and whatever Mikey you're calling yourself, I didn't get the memo.
Yes, sorry, Robert.
Robert.
I realized that about 20 minutes ago I hadn't picked a name for him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Are you up on deck? Are you seeing these four people sort of getting a bit?
Yeah, I'm gonna head towards the back of the boat and kind of arm myself up, my jacket and stuff, and hold on to the railing.
And if by Edmund you mean me, Archibald.
Sorry, yeah.
I meant the character. Yeah, the character.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, no, I've sort of been sitting in the salon reading my newspaper, and but obviously I've been starting to notice all this commotion. So I suppose I'd be getting out on deck to see what all the fuzz is about.
Okay. I'm just changing your nickname there as well on the thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You should have yeah. Okay, so as that you suddenly hear scraping noise, and all of a sudden there is a crunch, and I want you to take a dodge roll. So each of you is to take a dodge roll, please. So again, we're going /C roll, and if you know what your dodge value is, which should be on the left of the of your character sheet, type that in and type T.
25.
Or where? Shit.
Yeah. So Archibald, yours is it's down. Dodge. It says half deck. So on the investigator skills On the left-hand column, it says dodge brackets half dex, and yours is 25.
Well, that's not a lot.
No, it's not.
No. me and yeah.
All right.
With the same.
So C roll 25 target.
Yep, spot on.
So
Shit.
I fail.
you might see 2 rolls coming up from Janet. The
Yeah.
second one is actually because we're
Failure.
see.
Okay.
Sorry.
You need to take a dodge roll there, Donica. The ship is after crunching into something. So it's C roll, whatever your dexterity is, T. So,
Okay.
I just threw myself overboard.
I never beside the lifeboat.
I'm not seeing. Did you do yours? Oh, you did yours in the handouts one. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's, no, it's okay. The reason why I put it in the a separate one was so everybody has failed.
Oh,
Except
no,
Derek,
except-
Donica got
Derek,
complete
sorry, got a
wisdom.
critical success. So there, you're just sort of watching this.
Well,
Crew members, there's passengers all falling. There's this guy who was a big red-haired fella who was going around acting like he knew what was going on. Is just fallen and hit his head off the guardrail, and you're just standing there going, "What the fuck?" So everyone who's fallen, I need you to take a damage, 1 damage, please. So on your reduce your hit points by whatever. So Archibald, you were 12, I think. So you're 1. So you're now all except for Donica. And yeah, so with that, all of a sudden you can hear bells ringing out from the bridge of the ship, and you hear more crunching of noise. And I don't know where you are, Archibald, but a crew member runs up to you, and the rest of you that are up on deck. A crew member runs up to you and said, "We need to go. We need to get to the life rafts. Get to the life rafts over on the starboard side." So because you've just crunched in on the port side. So, and as you are making your way, I presume you're going to make your way there, you can see that there's sailors rushing down, and they're starting to manually wind down the derricks that are lowering the boats down. So that's taking a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Well, Derek's going wherever he's directed anyway, so he's
well,
gonna pretend to keep cool, keep a cool head.
So the 6 of you are directed towards one boat. They're small enough. There seems to be, unlike your concerns, Janet, earlier of lack of boats, there seems to have been quite a few on these ones. So up off that coast there might be used to a bit of this sort of carry on. So the 6 of you are ushered into one little rowboat.
Now we've read about the Titanic. Is there any life jackets being handed out or passed out? Can we ask the crew? Is there any life jackets? Or life?
Crew on goes, yeah, no, we said that. Yeah, you're lucky there's a bung in the boat there, boy. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna get into the boats? Are you gonna stay on the ship? Are you gonna?
I'm going to fucking drown.
Get the boat.
Get the boats.
And the crew is going, does any of you have any nautical experience? Okay, you're in charge, so he says to the rest of them, that guy there, the red-haired fella, do what he tells you.
fucking beautiful.
Yeah. So you get splashed into the water, and your man goes to you. He goes, go out the other side of the boat, that we couldn't lower you onto. There's more rocks around there, but you should see the old lighthouse. But be careful because there's a lot of rocks around here.
What
How
lighthouse?
can we see the lighthouse?
The lighthouse is
Ready?
gone.
Gotcha. Go towards the rocks. Good idea.
Yeah.
Is there any torches that we could just swipe off the deck?
Sorry, is there any what, Duncan? Or
Any
Eric?
or torches that people have, or
Not really. No.
God damn it!
Yeah. So you're not sure whether it's you or the tide or whatever else, but you on the boat, the currents are certainly taking you away in different directions. There's other life rafts are going down into the water all around you. but it is starting to get, the wind is really coming up, and it's starting to get very choppy, and you are sort of all getting separated, all the different boats that are around. Now, there is a sort of a shadow, which is, you can see the boat you've left, and it's quickly you're receding again. You're not sure whether it's you or the water or the wind or whatever else, but you are quickly moving away from the boat. But you do notice over to the north of where the boat was, and the boat seems to have come foul of some other rocks. You can see that there are some lights, not like a lighthouse light, but there's lights from maybe a window or something. And it's
okay. Do we have oars or anything like that, or?
Yeah, there's some in the boat. Did you say oars? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's oars. Owen Orangutan is.
Yeah.
He's been trying to get the boat sort of ready while you were looking around. So yeah, you can see some windows and some lights. There are on the other side. There are more lights. It's very hard to tell because it's dark, but you get the sensation that they are much further away. So there's a couple of maybe one or two lights just relatively near.
I mean,
unless
anyone objects, he's, I suppose, heading for the lights because there's nobody has a light or anything.
Yeah. Go into the light.
Go into the light.
Yeah, it's always a good Cthulhu.
I hold on to something.
Okay, so yeah, you're approaching.
I'm not very strong. I don't know whether.
I can do an oar. I got like strength 80, so hit me.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Guys,
I'll stand back here and go, row.
I'll be glad to row.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I make like a roll for that or?
No, you're grand. It's a normal thing. You don't have to make rolls for stuff you would do normally.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just checking up.
Great.
I wanted to see some. So yeah, you're going to. You seem to have gotten separated for about maybe 10 or 15 minutes now. You seem to have. It is quite cold. You seem to have gotten separated from the rest of the other little boats that were around the place, and you can't see the ship anymore. You don't know what's after happening to it, if it's gone dead or not. You're coming into, all of a sudden you can see the lights now, and it appears to be you're starting to be able to make them out a bit, and it seems to be the lights of the lighthouse, not the light on top of the lighthouse, but the lights of the bungalow or the house that's attached to it. So it seems to the lighthouse keeper's house. So that's what you seem to be heading towards. And you can start, even though it is very dark, you could, your eyes have gotten, your night vision has gotten a bit better adjusted. You seem to be actually heading towards the main island, the beacon island, and that the ship seems to have struck a rock. Oh Lord, what a shock! And just as you're going into it, all of a sudden the rowboat that you're on collides with something. So, and it starts rocking a bit. So if you can make a strength roll, please, to see if you can hold your balance or that.
Oh, goody.
Just a normal strength roll. Would it affect me?
Well, you could still fail it.
Would it affect me since I'm?
You could still fail it.
I don't know which is. I think I failed and.
Oh yeah.
Donna succeeded.
Well, you went first, yeah. Oh yeah, because it comes up red and then So yeah.
I got close. I got close. I nearly got under 45.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Oh yeah, sorry, that was one thing we forgot to do. For those of you who are not using the pre-gen characters, you all have a luck score. That's on your chart. For those of you who are using the pre-gen ones, your looks scores are blank. What we should have done at the start of it, so there's error number 1, is you're meant to roll your luck value. Now, those of you who have your luck already calculated, you can re-roll if you want to. So what it is you need to roll 3d6 and multiply the result by 5. As I said, for those of you who have a luck value already, you might want to keep it, or you might feel lucky. And if you want to use real dice or whatever,
9 times 5, is it?
9 times 5, yeah. So
Okay.
you got a nice one. You got 45.
What are we rolling, Phil?
3d6. 3d6 and multiply it by 5, and that gives you your.
I'm definitely gonna spend some of that because I do not want to get
You already.
dunked in ice cold water and fucking get hypothermia or something. Pneumonia.
By
5.
5. Okay, 35.
35. Oh wow, Mikey got, or Robert got
Jesus.
55. Lucky fucker.
Nice.
Nice.
So
Very nice.
those luck points,
Where's my...
I'm sorry, I don't seem to be getting any results here.
you have to leave a space for some reason or other. It doesn't like it, so it's exclamation mark space.
I just
2d6.
did. I did the first time, it seems. Also, my name is still Edmund. Just saying.
It's no Edmund Archibald. You're no Edmund Archibald. Okay.
The first one did a slash
Okay,
instead of
so
a
okay, sorry, yeah. The one that uses the Cthulhu roll is the backslash, and the one that uses the normal dice is exclamation. So go exclamation roll space 3d6, and I'll change your nickname again.
Thank you.
Also, Ray's been named Edmund.
No, Ray is Edmund.
Edmund, yeah.
He is Edmund.
Oh,
He is Edmund.
I thought Ray was Archibald, and I thought Andy was Edmund.
I did as well.
Yeah.
That's why I put them up that way. Okay, so the thing about luck is now on your skills test, if you've just failed the skills test, you can say, well, fuck that, I don't want to fail the skills test, and I'm going to take some of my luck points and add them on to the failed roll. But here's the danger. Your luck will obviously decrease by that amount. Some skill tests, I'll ask you to do a luck roll. So say, for example, you want to find a taxi at 2 a.m. There's no skill that covers that. That's fucking luck. So I'll say you have to take a luck roll. Now, if it's a group, it's the person with the lowest level of luck does the luck roll. So if you allocate all your luck points away, your luck is going to go down and down and down, and that can affect the group as a whole. So
is there ever any way for your luck to
there is
sort of start to slowly fill back up?
There is.
I imagine the rate of increase is very slow.
Yeah. It's very easy to use your luck, and it's very hard to get it back.
Yeah.
It's a bit like sanity. Once you start going bad, it's hard to get it back.
Yeah, it's exponentially more difficult.
I would suggest, knowing what this story is about, not to waste your luck points on succeeding in this role.
Because I'm thinking I'd actually need, because I got a 50. Was that 50 plus 3?
Yeah.
Like I think I'd need to spend 8 luck points to get it even to hit. So I don't think I'll be doing that actually.
Those of you who failed the luck roll fall out of the boat and with a splash end up.
I'm sorry. What were we supposed to? So that was a luck roll, and we were supposed to time the results by how many?
Okay, for the initial one there, you rolled 3d6, and you got 13. You times it 5.
Oh,
by 5.
Okay, so that's a pretty that's
65.
a pretty hefty.
I think you got 65. So on your sheet it was originally 35. So change that to 65.
Huh?
Your character originally had a luck of 35. So now change that to 65.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just we were meant to do that as a bit of housekeeping at the start of the campaign.
Okay.
So you the pre-gen ones are handy because they're those PDFs you can just click in and edit them and type them directly. So those of you who failed the strength test, fell out of the boat, and okay.
No.
It won't let us roll.
I think 2 players playing on the one is kind of messing.
No, Becky, you forgot the slash.
All right.
Look, I mean, once we get the hang of this, we can go back to real dice rolls. No problem. I've no problem with that. It's just so we can all see what's happening with the dice rolls. So you got 13. So you passed. So the 2 of yous passed it. It wants the gap as well after the thing. So the 2 of yous passed the strength test. Okay, so you're still in the boat. Did anyone fail that strength test?
I did.
Okay, so you ended up in the water. Okay, now as you're in the water and your boat hasn't turned over, you're trying to cling to the side. Will you do me a spot hidden test, please?
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
spot hidden is on your character sheet and skills. Yeah.
Just to see, Phil. Now, because like some of the skills have a target number filled in, and some just have a percentage next to them.
Yeah.
But I do have the number. So it says spot hidden 25%, but then at the target number next to it, he has 60. So it's I'm assuming 60.
25 is the worst. If you have is the base value.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
okay.
that's the
fine.
base
So,
of any character, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Some of them like there are 1, and it means like that.
Yeah, it's just if it doesn't have the number next to it, it's just I just
like,
have.
Say for example,
my...
psychoanalysis is 1%. It means you're really not anyway skilled at it, but you could get lucky, and it's a 1 in 100 chance, and you go, fuck it, I know what he's. Yeah, you could say
basically anything that I've got a that has the target number next to it means I have some kind of I've invested
time.
Skill like points or whatever into it. Yeah.
Now,
okay, that's fine.
Okay, and here's an important. You passed.
Jesus Christ.
You failed it, did you?
Yeah, 89. Oh,
okay,
way over 60.
Robert passed it.
Oh yeah, so Derek, you managed to do the dodge that time. Do you remember earlier on in the boat?
Hmm.
You remember you successfully dodged when the ship hit the rocks.
When everyone else fell over.
By Derek, I mean Donica.
Yes.
Yeah. So, so you see to the left of the skill. There's a box, a little checkbox.
Yeah.
All the skills have a little checkbox beside it.
Oh yeah.
If you successfully do a skill in the game in a session, you put a little tick against that box. And at the end of the session, you can get to improve your score. So every time you successfully pass a skill, you get the ability, you learn something new, and you have the ability at the end of the session to get a bit of an incremental increase. So stuff like strength checks and that, the dexterity checks don't have checkboxes like that. But you'll see your skills all have them. So I think, Donica, you're the only one that has managed to pass a skill so far. But if I've missed someone else, if someone else had passed one of those ones, then you can check it.
I think Mikey just got spot hidden there.
Oh, you're in the water as well, Mikey, are you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So Mikey, you check that with your spot hidden.
Yeah.
Okay, so what that means is you've actually seen something. And how did you do on the spot hidden? Was it just a regular success?
It's a regular success, I'm pretty certain.
Okay, so Mikey, it's a pity. Yeah. It's a pity that the marine biologist didn't actually pass the spot hidden, because you can see under the water. There's a lot of. You just got a brief glimpse of darting in and out. There's some really big fish. I mean, big. You're talking the size of nearly porpoise, and they had quite a big dorsal fin on their back, and they didn't look as friendly as old Fungi the dolphin. They looked like they darted off and they vanished off again. Not really sure what you saw, and it was a little bit unsettling, to be honest. As I said, it's a pity you saw them, the antiques dealer, and not the marine biologist.
Did I feel anything?
Oblivious to it all.
Yeah, they didn't.
Sorry, am I near rocks or anything, or else? Am I too far from?
It's funny. Can we get them back into the boat? We call to them and push it.
Okay, you can pull the lads back into the boat. And Mikey, while you were under there and you spotted the fish, you noticed they were darting, and there seems to be the wreck of a boat down there.
Okay.
That's what you've actually hit. You've hit the mast of a boat as you went over it. So you actually just hit the side of a mast. It wasn't the rocks of the island, but there's actually a boat down there.
Okay. So I'm going to start trying to scramble at the side of the boat.
Yeah.
For anything.
We're doing what we can to drag them back onto the boat.
And you've managed to get them back in. They're wet and cold. And,
I'm just gonna be like, Jesus Christ, that's a boat. We didn't hit rocks, and there's something big down there.
A
boat?
How big? How big?
We're going to need a bigger boat. I don't know. They were like big fish, big like this the length of me.
What else you expect to see, boy, except fish?
It looks like a shark.
I don't know.
Do we have sharks in Boston?
I
should know.
You can tell us.
Staying under long enough to see. They didn't look like Flipper.
Oh.
What's Flipper?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should I just keep rowing? I mean, do you guys still want to go ashore? I suppose you do.
Is the boat okay? Did we hit anything? As in, have we damaged the boat?
You don't see any water coming in, but I mean, obviously, a hit like that, if you bait off something else, it's probably not going to be too good for it. So
yeah, Archie,
I'd be a bit cautious of that.
Yeah, Archie, I'd say get rowing.
Right on.
Yeah.
Hold on to your butts. Here we go.
Sorry, I'm just trying to fix something on the feed there. One of the windows has gone all... Oh, there we go. It's gone over silly shapes it has. Okay, so it's going to take you another 5 minutes or so, but you're making progress, and you're actually you're making your way back towards the island, and all going well. Within a few minutes, you feel the boat going up on some sort of gravel, and your rowing has been rewarded, Archibald, and you have hit some land. Hit land. Right, got to land. Got aground in a good way.
Yeah. So we think this is Beacon Island that we landed on.
And I'm actually going to... you can see there is lights up above. I'm going to throw up some pictures. Vomit them up.
Yeah. Just while you're doing that, I'm going to pull me and the rest of the lads, just pull the boat.
Pull the boat up onto the shore.
Pull it up onto the shore. Yeah, just. Yeah.
Well, I'll give you a hand with that.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, just trying to make this fucking thing wider. It's not playing ball.
I'm assuming myself and Owen are both shivering heavily from being dumped in the water.
If there's anything to tie this lifeboat to, then assuming there's rope in the lifeboat, he'd maybe do that.
There is a headline on it, but there's nothing really close. There is a trunk of a tree. And
Let's just drag it far enough up on the shore so it won't get flushed out.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Okay, I just popped that up there, actually, on the... Actually, do you know what? I think I'll just share screen. I think that worked better than last time. Or I would do if I'd actually opened it in something. Okay, so this is what you can see. That type of a lighthouse. It's not very tower isn't very high. It's not like Fastnet or anything. There seems to be a little cottage off it, and you can sort of just see that through the thicket. I'm going to actually just for the because this isn't D&D and we're not going exploring maps now. I'm actually going to give you up the map there of the island, just to give you a layout of the view of it. Okay, so is that visible to you all? Can you make that out?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have managed to come aground just about here. Oh, fuck's sake, sorry. What the hell am I doing? Cancel that. You've managed to tie up the boat here. And you can now see that there's a bit of a jetty. You do notice you can see that not too far away from you, just over here, there seems to be some tracks. There is a house, the lighthouse keeper's house, and the tower, and a ring on the island. And from what you can see on both sides, there is light coming out of some of the windows in the lighthouse. You can see that there's trees around, quite dense. Bushes and thickets, that sort of a thing, and you can, in the background, you can hear a humming noise, a mechanical humming noise.
What kind of tracks are they? Like human?
You'll have to go over and look. I'm not being smart. You can't. It's too dark to see that from where you are.
So Phil, I'm check to make sure I have all my possessions, so that I haven't lost anything. Just checking. Have everything?
Good.
Yeah, I got everything.
Well done.
Yeah, everything there that I meant to have. Just to be sure.
Well done. Well done, you.
I suppose we better try and get this light working as soon as we can. There might be other people in distress.
Yeah.
So maybe if we can let the lighthouse operator know that his light has gone out, maybe.
Good call. I'm on that.
Fucking freezing out here.
Yeah, come on. So I gotta
to get inside.
up to the front door. The light keepers.
Yeah.
There, Phil.
All right, I'm on your tail.
Generator? Maybe does he have a generator going? Maybe trying to
Yeah, he could be asleep. He mightn't know.
Yeah.
Okay, if someone wants to, so you're heading down that path that I've put a little circle around, and you're approaching the corner of the lighthouse keeper's building. So you're around there, and you can see that to the north of the building, just there seems to be a door that is closed here. Okay. So what
kind of look like a front door, or front door to a house?
Okay, so what you'd probably do now if you were playing D&D is you'd probably do a perception check to see what the fuck was going on around, whatever. The sort of equivalent in Cthulhu is to do what's called a spot hidden. So I'm going to suggest you do a spot hidden, but it would be probably something that in future when you go into an area or you're looking for a room, the way you used to in D&D, I always go, do a perception check. You do a spot hidden. Now, what happens in in this is if it's because it's a group action, what we would generally take is the person, either one person will decide to do it, whoever is the best at spot hidden, or if you're going to do it as a group and all look around, we take one roll, and you roll it, and if it succeeds, if it's below anybody's value, then that person sees it. So say for example, you roll a 20 and or say you roll 90 and everybody's spot hidden is 80, but Dunica's spot hidden is 95. Dunica succeeded, so Dunica saw it. You just didn't all see it. So that's why you do it. So you want to basically have a look at what your spot hidden values are, and then somebody just do one roll, but it'll count for all of you. So just do
9.
So actually what I'll do is I'll do the dice roll. So I'm just going to do C roll, no other values, because I just want a plain D100. So the value is 81. So if anybody's spot hidden is above 81, then...
It's fair play, yeah.
Okay,
Great.
yeah, there you go. I'm good at dice roll, as you know. Now, there's another technique you can do. There's a thing called pushing it in D&D, or in Cthulhu. And you can decide to re-roll the dice. For free. So you can say, okay, Derek said to the rest of the team, I really think, we should give this another look. We don't want to be rushing into something. So you can decide to do, once you have given an excuse, you can decide to do have another go at it. But this time, if you fail it, something negative will happen. You won't die, but something negative will happen.
We've already passed it, haven't we?
No. No
Says
one's
we got 80 something.
No. Well,
yeah, 81. Remember, you're trying to roll below your spot hidden value.
So somebody would have to have 82.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I think at this point, like Owen is like.
I doubt if anyone has a spot hidden of 81.
He's just going up to because at this stage he's going up to the door and is kind of saying like, hello, is anybody home? We got shipwrecked down in the water, and so if somebody is going to pull him back and say, hey, maybe we, take a
let me try that, and I'll step up and start really rapping on the door.
Okay, so you're not going to try and do a spot hidden again, no?
Oh, I was saying if Derek or someone is going to be like, don't announce yourself. Maybe we want to take another peek.
I suppose Derek is being an agent. He's naturally inquisitive, and he's taking in his surroundings.
Yeah.
So doing it kind of out of not really intentionally, but out of habit, he's taking in his surroundings. So he's gonna go again.
Okay, so go again another spot. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to, take an empty door, with lights on after we've been in a big accident. We're not hammering on that door.
Yeah. But again,
that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Is natural in terms of taking it all in.
59. Does 59 be? Is anybody's?
60.
What?
I have 65.
65.
Yeah,
okay.
me, and 60.
So
60
you succeed.
for Owen.
Right. So you succeed on this one. So nothing bad happens. So you succeeded. So
we all get to click spot hidden on our sheet now, or does it have to be individual?
No, because that's a group role. It's when you do an individual job. One. So good question. So what you notice is Owen, you passed it, and the beat cop passed it. So you suddenly notice the pair of you is that this time that there's animal-like footprints on the trail, and they're in front of the main cottage door. So just where you're about to trample all over it, there is muddy footprints on the door.
What kind of animal?
Yeah, that's a good question. And you also
like on the door.
No, sorry, on the ground in front of the door. And I'll come back to you to Archibald in a second there, because that was a good question. And under them as well, there seems to be footprints, boots, but the animal prints seem to be on top of them. So the footprints were made first, and then they've been partially obscured by these footprints. So what we need is, and probably Owen, you're the best one to do this, either a natural world or a science, biology, or a zoology test to see if you can recognize. You should be good at that.
Zoology 60, yeah.
Okay, so and
are they going in the same direction? Were they or was it human and then say the animal coming back?
Human ones were coming out of the cottage door. The animal ones seem to have been all over the place. Yeah. So Archibald has turned around to you, knowing that you're a marine biologist, and said, "Can you identify them boots?" So Archibald says to you, "Can you identify them?"
Again.
How did I know he's a marine biologist?
He told you when he was splashing around the water. I don't know. So,
did you happen to know I'm a marine biologist? It's a very natural environment.
Hey, I'm working on a research paper. Okay, I'm not I'm not fully qualified at that.
Okay, do you want to tell the quite imposing bee cop that you've made you don't know what they are, or do you want to try and do it again?
I'm pushing it because he's
so you're getting down close and you're looking to it.
His pride is really getting in the way. Oh Jesus, I still did better.
So you get down to have a look at the footprints, and as you're bending down, a twig jabs you in the eye. And for the next, until I say so, you're going to have a penalty dice to any spot hiddens.
Jesus fucking Christ! Holy Mary, Mother of God! Motherfucker!
So yeah. No, you're none the wiser of what the footprints are. The animal.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I can't fucking see it.
What it is?
The human.
No, I don't know.
The human prints are. Sorry, where the fuck's that gone? Sorry, I have to switch back to the application. It's where the hell is it? Right, so. The human prints that you spotted are heading off in sort of this direction into the thicket. And the other unidentified animal ones are sort of whizzing around that way.
Well, I kind of still want to go into.
We're just going in, aren't we? That's what we would do.
Absolutely.
But there's a big neon sign over in the hedge going, "Come this way, free stuff."
It's cold. I want to see.
Okay,
maybe they got a blanket.
Let's all go in and we can look at that stuff outside later on. Let's just stick together, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
There's an option. You can split up.
Probably have to
It's not been invented, but let's Scooby-Doo. Let's Scooby-Doo this shit.
No, at this point in time, we wouldn't be interested in following animal tracks. We'd be interested in getting the lab
Yeah, and getting the lighthouse.
warm and dry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because to be fair, you want to put it on and maybe call if there's any way to
The phone or
get a telegram or phone emergency services.
Yeah.
To say there's people out in the water.
Yeah, I think
we got the light on. If we can get the light back on, it might help them.
Yeah.
Draw them to
Yeah.
around him.
Okay.
Animals don't think like.
Okay. So you push on the door, and the door seems to open.
Give a bit of a rap on it, I suppose.
Hey, did you copper?
Get on the wind.
Hello?
And that's what greets you.
Hello?
Okay, yeah, so push on in.
Yeah. Is it dark? Is there like...
Yeah, sorry, good question. So you open the hallway, just good job. Yeah, I might as well tell you what you actually see when you open the door. So the hallway is not currently lit. But the light, there's one of the rooms, the door is open, and the light that was shining out that you could see from C is shining into the hallway. So yeah, you can see a light shining into the hallway.
So
But the hallway itself is the lights off.
Does it look like is it an electric light here? Is it a
Yeah.
Okay, so is there
the humming has gotten a bit louder that you heard when you put the poles up.
Is there a light switch in the hall that we can try and flick on?
Yeah, so you feel the wall, and you feel a light switch, one of those old round ones with the click, and you click, and the light comes on in the hallway. And what you notice is you can see that there is beside you there's some coat hooks, and on the coat hooks there's 3 coats hanging up there. The oilskin type of what you expect lighthouse keeper type of coats.
Yeah.
You also notice there are 2 pairs.
Off, like putting one of them on. Yeah.
There's 2 pairs of galoshes, big old Wellingtons on the floor. There's a gap though. Like there was a pair. There's a pair not a pair missing, but you can. And then there's another pair.
There's 3 jackets,
one in the middle.
boots.
there's still three like wet gear hanging up. Is that right?
Yeah.
But one
And there's 2 lanterns, big old, the storm lanterns.
Okay, cool.
Big storm lanterns there as well, which obviously aren't lit.
All right, let's get some light on.
Anyone there?
Anybody home?
So we walk over and have a look in where that light coming from. Still calling out. Anyone here? Hello? Anyone around?
There's been an accident out in the water.
Okay, Ray, will you, as you're going past towards that door, will you make a spot hidden, please? Or Edmund.
Maybe we're using the lanterns to signal anyone else out in the water.
That's a good idea.
Okay,
Yeah.
if anyone else wants to, or if the rest of the party want to do, I'll do it for the rest of the party, and if it beats but no one will be able to modify their checkbox. So if 75, right? No. So anyway, I presume that 75 isn't good enough for anyone.
I got 60.
65.
Okay. So Ray, you were looking in the door. So you have to skip on.
Yeah, where the light coming from?
Okay. You do notice as you're heading towards that door, there seems to be splattered blood leading from one of the other doors, which you can sort of see, and it looks like maybe you can see a sink, so it's maybe their little kitchenette, and there's blood coming from there up towards there's big stone stairs, which you don't need to be a rocket scientist to guess that they're actually probably up to the tower. I'm actually going to show up a drawing of the lighthouse tower, just so.
So is it a substantial amount of blood, or just a few drips heading in that direction, or is it like something was perfused?
No, yeah, you're right. It's a substantial amount of. For fuck's sake, sorry.
And sorry, where's it's leading? Is it from that kind of study room?
From the kitchen. Well, it looks to be a kitchen. So I've just.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just gonna open this up and share it with you guys. So I've put it in the into the shared area, but I'm gonna actually just open it up on the screen as well. And share that.
In any case, I pull out my gun.
Not a bad idea.
Oh,
okay.
Fucking packing a piece. I'm gonna go be looking at the blood to see. I mean, I don't know if he'd have any way of knowing, if his biology skill would determine whether or not that's animal. Is that human blood?
The room that Edmund was heading towards.
Oh, he went in.
Yeah. So Edmund was going up. He was going to go into the study. The rest of you are standing around the door area here, and this is the. So Edmund was over here, and you could sort of see into this area here, which appears to be. You could see over here that there's blood coming from this room up towards these stairs here. So he hasn't gone into the study yet, but he can just see these, and it's quite a large amount of blood, like.
Okay, I just call and go, hey, come and take a look at this. Something very strange going on here. Call the guys over to where I am to look at the blood heading to the stairs.
Right on. I'm there.
Yeah. Walking over as well.
Yeah.
Shit.
So,
I think the lighthouse keeper got hurt.
That's up to you. Okay, now you're actually all you're shocked by seeing this. It's quite a large amount of blood. It is a big amount of blood. So it's actually quite upsetting. So we need to take a sanity roll. So you want to score your sanity value or less than.
Okay.
And our sanity value is?
It should be on your main sheet somewhere. I know the pre-gens are slightly different.
Come on, I failed everything so far.
Let's 70, right.
Nice.
You
failed, is that again?
Another fucking failure.
Did you fail?
I'm the same.
Yeah. Couldn't roll under fucking... Couldn't roll under fucking
I rolled into the wrong thing. I'm after rolling into...
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I've seen worse.
Oh, you've seen worse. Okay, so who failed?
Do you remember?
Me and Mikey.
Becky, did you? Oh, you're doing it there now.
I think Becky succeeded, I think. Oh, I don't know
My
who's
second one is me, it's 41, and mine is 90.
Yeah, and
I think
Becky's first roll was...
Yeah.
So we both passed.
Okay, so those of you who didn't pass, Robert and Owen let out a very high-pitched squeal when you see the blood. And you both lose 1 sanity point.
One dignity point.
yeah.
What the fuck?
At least my pants are already wet from the water.
Yeah. Is there fucking blood there? Am I seeing straight?
Archibald.
Yes.
You actually spot something glinting in the pool of blood.
Well, let's see what that is then.
Yeah. And it seems to be you've 3 gold coins.
Ooh.
And the coins have a sort of what looks to be like a squid or an octopus on them, and there's some sort of circle. And when you flip it over and see the reverse, there is some writing on it, but you seems to be a little obelisk drawing or icon, or maybe an obelisk or a rectangle, and there seems to be some maybe you think it's Arabic or something, some sort of script. It's very hard to understand it.
It's
it
not
might
Roman.
be the point when the antiques dealer suggests he will appraise them.
Yeah.
That he might do, but he's pretty shitting it from all the blood.
Yeah.
So I hold him up. Like, anybody know what this means?
Yeah, I'm going to put out my jeweler's loop, my magnifying lens.
Ooh.
You got that with you.
Yeah.
It's his prized possession apparently. His treasured possession.
Fair enough.
So you're looking for an appraisal roll or appraise roll. You should have a skill for that, being the antiques dealer.
It's alright. It's actually not that great. You think it'd be higher. For being an antique dealer, you think it'd be higher.
You're saying it's just all bluff?
He's just a very bad antiques dealer.
Yeah.
You got it though. Okay, so Robert, you can see that these are made of solid gold.
Okay. Robert.
I don't know if you're going to share that with the group or not, but it's your call.
Yeah, I'll just say this seems to be legitimately solid gold. It's not fake or anything.
Can you do
Jesus,
an
it's a
occult
fucking
roll?
murder scene.
Can you do an occult roll for me, please?
It's 5%, whatever that is. So that'd be like what?
Try it. Yeah.
95, is it?
No, your target is 5. Target is 5. No, your occult value is 5. So yeah, you put in your target as 5.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Sorry.
Your value would be different to that percentage. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, mine are.
Yeah. If anybody else wants to take
obviously, as an agent and finding these things, I'm going to have I just want to look at them.
I think your occult value is quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got quite a good one, so I'm going to.
Yeah, Edmund has a high occult value.
Okay.
So
I'm going to do that as well. You roll.
So there's 3 coins. So yeah, do them away.
Yeah, I'll pass the coins around. We'll have a look at them.
Yeah.
No.
Nothing to you.
Oh, I actually just realised I did have a pilot boat skill.
It's a bit late now.
Yeah. Jeez, I have a ride skill apparently. I've got a 5. I've only got a 5 in riding.
Yeah, that's because you're a big red head.
Yeah.
Not much practice at all.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Mikey, don't forget to check your appraisal on your little checkbox that you succeeded on that skill test.
So,
Archibald, are you doing? Is anyone else doing an occult? Or Edmund, you wanted to do one as well, didn't you?
I did and failed.
Archibald, you wanna?
I'll try if it's not gonna.
Yeah, I could do one as well.
Yeah, you might as well. Like
I don't recognize you. You're off.
Nah.
Okay. So none of yous. Actually, that symbol there, you do notice though on the dice rolling bot, the symbol of the squid octopus is very close to what is on the coins.
I mean, does it look but strange, like as far as an octopus goes or a squid, or does it like?
And it has vague look of stylized octopus to your marine biologist eye.
It's not like it's not like it's got 12 tentacles and it should have it's nothing like yeah. Just in case it was a detail to note about, but he'll file it away because it's a bit weird.
But okay, anyway, so I guess
I can give you from that anyway.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so I guess I might as well reveal to the group that I've seen this before.
Okay, do so if you want to.
Oh.
Yeah. So the reason I'm here is that I'm investigating something. You can call it a gut feeling, but I've seen this symbol before, and I've seen coins like these before. Not in real life, but in drawings, in notes. And I don't know if I can share my screen here. Where is it? There we go.
I think it's, yeah.
Can I do that? Yeah.
I'll stop sharing my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh, fancy.
Oh.
This is a note I came across during an investigation that I'm currently doing in my own free time.
Investigate what
Something.
Are you a fair cop?
A cop. I'm a cop from Ipswich. I had some free time, so I'm on my way to Rockport to do a solo run. I came across some reports of missing children, teenage boys, all around 12 to 15 years old, all big for their age, and they all seem to be having certain links to Rockport. They were all leaving for Rockport, but they never showed up. And again, you can call it a gut feeling, but I felt like I needed to investigate this. And some of these boys' parents reported that their children, their missing children, had these types of coins. So again, this cannot just be coincidental. I mean, there has to be something to this.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, officer, I don't really want to peek in there myself, but he kind of points to the kitchenette where the trail was coming from. I mean, maybe we should take a look in there in case there's a body.
Phil, is the door to the kitchen open or closed?
It's sort of half open.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing locked.
All right. Well,
all the doors are sort of like ajar a bit. They don't seem to be.
Okay. Well, I hold my gun ready and I gently press in the door so it opens wide.
Okay. So yeah, the kitchen. It's quite a sort of scullery place. There's nothing much in there. Some dirty plates in a saucepan in the sink. There's a table, 3 chairs. There's a door. One of the doors seems to be leading outside, so it seems to be like a back door in the place. And there's a small wood-fired stove, and there's it seems to be still warm. And there's a kettle sits on the next to the stove, not on the ring, but off it.
How far into the room does the blood trail go?
It's odd. It doesn't seem to go into the room at all. There's a couple of drops splattered into it, but
where does it go?
It just seems to be a pool.
Phil, I'm just going to go over and I'm going to just touch the kettle with the back of my hand.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, it's warm. It's not hot.
As in, not hot.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, half an hour ago, that type of way. It's above room temperature.
Okay.
Is there any firewood? Is there any firewood nearby so we can get a bigger fire going and so these cold people can?
There's a little basket of firewood. So it's like a potbelly stove. There's a door in it. There's like a ring on it, and there's a stash of dry timber that beside it. So yeah, you can pop that in if you want.
All right, great. Totally. I'll do that.
Okay, so Phil, I'm going to
take my coat off and put it on the back of the chair and start kind of trying to dry some of my clothes. Yeah.
So I'm just checking my revolver, just making sure it's loaded, putting it back in my coat pocket, and then I'm going room to room.
Okay, before you do that, I'll just give us a bit more info. Beside the stove, there's a chair is being tipped over, and beside that there's some more blood there.
Is there
Okay, so I'll just pause there. So it's the chair is sort of broken on the floor, and there's blood beside it. Okay, so with Cthulhu, which is again different to our D&D world, there's one check that is used for nearly everything else, and that's an intelligence check. So an intelligence check is you walk into a room, the chair is over, there's blood there, so you're using your code to sort of figure out what happened. So at any stage when there's a bit of a mystery like that, if you want, you can do like a spot hidden, or you can call for an intelligence check. So in this type of scenario where the chairs are knocked over, you might do an intelligence test, and you then, if you're as a result, you might find out, you might be able to deduce from that what actually happened. So I'd suggest you call for an intelligence roll.
Yeah.
So okay. I'll do it because you're all sort of looking at it. You haven't split up. So I'll do the C roll, and so it's come up with 27. So if 27 is below any of your intelligence, which I know for a fact it is.
Yeah.
Then
probably below everyone's, is it?
I think so.
So yeah, you think at the chair, looking at there's blood on the chair as well, and the way the blood splatters around the chair, you think actually the chair has been used as a weapon.
All right, now, Phil, is there like just visible? Is there and like knife, like kitchen implements?
There is you can see, and again, like I'll give you this because it's sort of the type of thing you're looking for. There's a bureau over by the sink. There's a standard type of drawer where cutlery would be kept in any sort of cottagey type of unit like this. So if you want to have a look in that, you can certainly.
He's looking for a knife, yeah.
And
he's
getting there is in there.
Dumpy.
There's a couple of cutlery, fucking fairly blunt, but there's a substantial sort of knife there that they must use for prepping meat. So yeah,
he's actually gonna
good knife.
He's gonna put it down and say, "You can, if anybody wants that." And he's actually pulling. He's got his research journal, a pencil, and he's got a dissection kit, so it's got a scalpel in it. So he's actually pulling out his scalpel, and he's going to kind of have that in his, in his fist, ready, because he's kind of got something. So it's just, I don't know, if Jane or somebody wants to take a knife.
Yeah, there's absolutely no reason you can take that as a weapon. This isn't like D&D. You can take anything. You could take if someone wanted to carry the chair around with them to hit on.
That was if he couldn't. Yeah, if he couldn't find a knife, he was going to break a leg off the chair.
You can break a leg off the chair. You can fashion it into a spike, so you can make weapons as you go if you see anything. So
he's getting antsy, or edgy.
Okay, so if someone wants to take that. Another thing you can do as well, again, which is not a D&D type of thing, so I'll just let you know here. On the blood that's around the chair that's on the ground, you can either do a first aid or a medicine check someone can elect to do. And that will give you insight into possibly what the blood is. So you can do that sort of a thing on it. You can use your, I've been trained, the Order of Malta trained me, and I know that's negative blood.
I can do did you say first aid?
I'll do a medicine.
First aid.
Yeah, I can do a first aid as well.
I can do a first aid as well.
30, yeah.
Well, there's no reason why the two of you can both do it, The only time anything bad will happen is when you push a roll.
Fuck me.
And anyway,
Owen,
you would have been at disadvantage.
Oh, for first aid?
No, yeah, because you've got a fucking splinter in your eye.
Yeah, so I am looking at it,
someone got our Saint Jane, who's used to hanging around really beat up workers. Right, so this blood, what got you figured out about something was strange. It didn't look like human blood. And you thought there was something odd about it. And definitely the way it's clotting. First of all, it seems to clot. You reckon it was about maybe an hour ago that this blood was shed? No more than an hour ago. And it's definitely something not quite right about that. And you reckon it's not human at all.
Fight dog.
Okay, Ben, since you've been Owen, as you've been going around there holding your eye there and living your character, you can have a bonus dice which will negate your penalty dice. So your vision is cleared.
Okay. Is there anything in there? Archie.
It's just an eyelash. It was just an eyelash.
Officer. Yeah.
It's the big old eye, that's what.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, we're here in the lighthouse. The no sign of the lighthouse keepers, but the light is off. So, more than likely, they're up with the light, trying to get it back up running again.
And should be.
This doesn't look like human blood. Maybe this is catch or kill. Maybe they caught one of those big fish that Robert you saw in the water.
Beat it to death with a chair.
Yeah.
That there's at least two in here. Would there only be one lighthouse, or would it be 2 or 3?
Well, it looks like somebody left. And took a pair of it.
What about those big tracks outside? It was like a big dog or something.
Yeah. And even though the weather was terrible, they take the rain. Somewhat odd.
Should we just make sure that we're safe in here first and foremost, and maybe look at
let's
the
check
other
all the rooms.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, look at the rooms, and then perhaps head to the stairs where the blood trail seemed to be going as well.
Yeah, and if somebody got murdered, then they aren't getting any more dead. So.
Yeah, let's look at the rooms. We've looked at 2 so far.
I'm just gonna go back and lock the door.
Yeah, I've taken out.
I'm just messing around with the feed here. Sorry, while you're doing that. So yeah, you want to have a look around more rooms? I've thrown up the map again of the lighthouse there for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Yeah, we're in room 6, are we?
Find out. Go and unlock the door behind.
Correct, Mikey. And sorry, yes, you do notice as well. There's another door. So there was a door to the outside, and there's a door back towards the hallway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's like those 2 doors going into that study.
Yeah,
and the light's still on in there, so
yes,
maybe they were in there. They were in the study. They heard something come in the back door. They got attacked in the kitchen, and
yeah, what's going to attack them?
Big
dog.
The big dog.
There was a big black dog wandering around by you there a few minutes ago.
True.
Yeah, we got our cover.
He's come to get you. Okay, so yeah, there's a door to the outside. There's a door into. You don't need to be a mastermind to figure out that it was to the study. And there's a door back to the hall.
I'm gonna poke my head in the study. Kind of got the scalpel,
Okay.
it's like down fist. Yeah, I mean maybe think this guy's got like a big Saint Bernard or something that he wasn't feeding. Treating it right. I had an uncle who used to go to dog fights.
So
Right behind you, got my gun ready.
the study contains 3 armchairs located in roughly the center of the room. It was odd. Why did you put them in the center of the room? Anyway, no counting for taste. In addition, there is there's a couple of chairs. You do see in the corner a writing desk, just by the door where you're on the door to your right of that door is a little square. That appears to be a writing desk, and over onto the that's a bureau. These shuttered bureaus.
Yeah.
And then there's some sort of a big desk over near the window. There's a table.
Any notes or any books or anything like that?
Well, but you're all in the kit. You're going to have to go into the study and have a look. Not from where you can see, Archibald. No.
Yeah. Well,
Let's
I'll head in with
go in
that.
there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna have a browse around the bureau looking for correspondence, anything like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Archibald, you go over to the. You were looking for books. You noticed that on the table there seems to be papers and books from where you are. So I don't know if you're going to go over for a closer inspection. Derek, there's a bureau there, and it lifts up quite easily. And there is there's books there as well. So while you are having a look at that, what are the rest of you doing?
Robert's going to hit into the study as well and kind of have a look with the rest of them.
I'm standing at the door, but facing towards the stairway. Pointing me derringer at the staircase.
Okay.
I'm already in the study, but nobody knows it's because I'm a woman. So.
Sorry, what did you say, Ray?
I'm standing at the door.
I didn't notice, Becky.
Okay, I'll take a look at some of the stuff on the desk.
Okay, so you notice there's a paint. It seems to be all watercolor paintings that someone has done. There's a big pile of them to the left, they've done, and there's one that's on the table. As you presume you're going to look at it.
Yeah, what do they look like?
So, sorry, I just lost the place there. What it appears to be a recently finished watercolor, and sits on a stack of other paintings. The piece appears to show a window, and a dark shadow with wide eyes leers through the glass pane of the window. It's quite ominous. It's quite creepy. And as you look up and look to your right, you suddenly realize that the window to your right is the window in the painting. And you look back quickly at the window and the painting, and you look, and your hairs in your neck stand up, and you slowly turn to the window, expecting to see 2 eyes staring in. Take a sanity check, please.
Fuck. And that would be 70. Hard success.
Okay, so you go calm. It's only a painting, and you look over at the window, There's nothing looking in the window at you.
Well, that's not creepy. Hey, Robert, we got a Picasso here for you.
So, yeah, you can do an arts craft test on it if anyone wants to do it to see if there's any more information on it. And then it'll go over back to the bureau then.
I don't think there's anything.
I'm going to hit ability yet. Arts and craft.
No, my arts and craft is low. I can appraise it, but if we know the modern painting,
yeah.
Yeah, it's a subjective skill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head out into the hall with what you call it, with Edmund. See his Derringer.
I'll just finish up with Archibald's one there. So Archibald, as you're looking through the other pictures, you notice that there's many others of them of different pictures of the island and of the tickets and all of them are done to a much higher quality than this one. This one seems, and there's sketches of the other ones, but not this one. So it seems to have been done maybe in a bit of a rush. Okay, you go out to the hall, Dunica, or Derek. So you're over at the other desk, and opening it reveals a half-empty, still warm mug of coffee and lots of stationery, envelope, stamps, papers, bottles of ink, and pens. A mess of invoices for coin appraisals from a variety of Rockport antique stores litter the rest of the desktop. The quotes range from $2 to $5 and are all dated late February 1926. Sorry, should have given you. Today's date is April the 12th, 1926, the day after my birthday. Not when I was born, not that old, but the 11th of April is my birthday. The story is the 12th of April. So these all date to February 1926. If the coins have been... Okay, so you did an appraisal of them, Mikey, successful. You realise that these are way undervalued, these appraisals for the coins. There's also a large coin catalogue there, and you notice there's several letters from further afield antique stores, and they all seem to begin with "Dear Mr. Cassidy," followed by an apology, examining that sender is unable to determine the origin of the coins. Okay, so can you give me, who's looking at that? Dunica, can you give me a library use check, please?
Yeah.
I'm over there as well. I could do a
well, yeah, if Dunica or Derek can ask for an assist there, yeah, if he wants.
Yeah, I think I will. I'll just kind of pen through them. I'll kind of just pass them around to see if anyone else is interested in having a look at these as well.
Okay, because you're 70, aren't you?
Yeah, I got extreme success.
Nice.
You got an extreme success. Okay, so yeah, you can tell that are largely in chronological order. The first is dated March the 8th, 1926, while the last is dated April the 2nd. Remember, today is April the 12th, 1926. The last one is from a Miss Anna Tilton of Newbury Society. I'm gonna pass you up that one so you can have it for your reference. There is also, the writing desk also has two drawers. The left-hand one is open, but there is a key snapped off inside its lock. The drawer holds an empty wooden box whose green velvet lining is shaped to hold a revolver. 6 bullets lie loose in the same drawer, but there's no revolver. The right-hand drawer is locked. So I'm just going to throw the letter up into the resources.
Yeah. What size are the bullets, Phil?
They're for 38, I'd say.
I'll pocket them.
Sorry, yeah, you can do, yeah, of course.
How many? 6, is it?
6, yeah. There's 6 bullets there. I'm gonna read out the letter and then I'll throw it into the resources for you, okay? So it's from the Newbury Society. And it says, Dear Mr. Cassidy, thank you for your letter dated February the 28th of this year. I do indeed recognise the kinds that you describe, or at least I recognise the style of decoration, for we had a piece of similar origin here in our museum in Newbury Port. As a result, I suspect your kind hails from nearby Innsmouth, and the only locals of that blighted town could tell you its true worth, to them at least. However, If you value your immortal soul, I strongly caution you against contacting any design of that place. Sorry, no good ever came from dealings with Innsmouth. Instead, the Newbury Society would be glad to purchase any coins you may have from you at market value, once their authenticity has been confirmed. If you would care to make arrangements to visit me here at the Society's museum at your earliest convenience, then I can arrange to have our appraiser examine the coins, whereupon we can agree a fair price for the sale. Again, Mr. Cassidy, I urge you most strongly not to approach anyone in Innsmouth about your find. It really is for the best for all concerned. Okay.
So strong warning.
Strong warning. Okay, so I'm just going to throw that into the resource folder as well. Okay, so also, so as I said, the drawer on the right is locked.
Okay.
It's not like D&D where we could fairly handily force things open. It requires.
Oh Christ, it is, yeah. It's actually more so. First of all, there is lockpick skills, which somebody has, which is very easy to use. And there's also, you can take a fucking crowbar or any implement you can find in the room and fashion it. So you can just say, I'm going to pull a bit of metal off the window there and smash the shite out of the desk. It's actually more free than D&D.
Okay.
Or maybe if you're just really strong.
You can shoot the drawer, you can shoot the lock off, you can shoot it to shit if you want to. Whatever you're up to.
Somebody killed
I'll just take these drawings and pocket them.
Okay.
Just for further investigation, I'll go in that other room.
I'm fiddling
So
with
we're all
thing switchblades. I had him.
What are you doing with your switchblade?
I'm fiddling in the lock.
Oh, you're doing an old shimmy on it.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a look roll, so Becky. Sorry, Jane. Obviously, you can't use luck points to pass a look roll. Okay, so you mess around with the lock and you hear it click, and yeah, it's open.
Woo! There's one in it.
There's none in it. No, there is. There's stuff in it. Okay, so there seems to be a journal, and it says, when you open the cover, it says George Cassidy. And there are some, as you look through the journal, I'll pop them up into the handouts one. And I will share them on the screen. Now, this is the quality that they are at on the in the thing, so it is a bit hard to make out, but I will endeavor. I've gone over them a bit. Where the fuck's my thing gone? Here it is. So it's quite hard to see. So the first entry is February the 13th, 1926, and it says, I found something on one of me walks, a coin. I kept walking and found another, then another. I know it's gold. Found some mechanical parts as well. Looks like it might be from a ship. Something here gone down. Something from
must have gone down recently.
Must have gone down recently. You should be a doctor.
Secret? No.
But I don't
recall hearing anything about a wreck of late, unless it went down in the last night's storm when the light went out. So this was February the 13th. February the 16th. That coin catalogue I bought in Folly Point is useless. One thing I know is that the coins are old, real old. I've asked if I can stay on for as long as I can until I'm sure there is nothing left there for me to line my pockets. And I have to find a good lead on these coins and go where the money takes me. Something I should write to some... Oh, so maybe I should write to some of my old colleagues out that, Robert, you start getting a bit fucking twitchy, to see if they can help. I should probably try some of those young antique stores in Rockport while I'm at it. Okay, so March the 10th.
The coins are getting
hard to find. The 2 new crew members aren't helping matters. Makes it different to search without being noticed. Hope they don't cause me any trouble. Even so, I filled a small purse which I keep on me at all times. April the 3rd. I've got a good lead now. I'll be sending one more letter to Innsmouth, then I am confident I can get off this stinking island for good. I think Michael is watching me. I've got a gun just in case. Okay, there's 2 more pages, which I'll just share now. Okay. And go live. Okay. So.
That's the first page.
Bollocks, that's the first one again. It is indeed the first one again.
It was a different page a second ago. Was there an arrow or something to go across? Because I definitely saw a different page when you first.
It was, yeah. There was a single page.
Yeah, I have it here now. Yeah, I have it here.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I'm fucking screen sharing.
Yeah,
That's the first one still. Okay, hang on a second.
I'm seeing.
I'm just gonna. Yeah.
Yep.
That's it there. So April the 11th. So yesterday. Smith said he will leave the lighthouse tomorrow morning. He says he doesn't care if he voids his contract. He's had enough of this island and everything on it. That's one less. Oh, at least that's one less pair of eyes watching me. Still stuck with that sneak, Michael, though. Smith says the radio's busted again. Halfway through talking to the bosses. Says he's fixed it before he leaves. Counted my coins just to be sure he didn't lift any off me when I'm asleep. I've seen Michael peering out the window, saying during spying my daily walks, I'll have to be more careful. And then today's entry, Smith left without a word. And Michael didn't even see him go. Didn't take his paintings with him, which is a bit odd. Lousy shit didn't even repair the radio before he left. I'll get to it later tonight. Michael has gone to check something outside. Seems paranoid. Think there's more than just tobacco in that pipe of his. At least I get more time. It's bubbles. At least I get more times to write something. And then it scrolls off. It's taped off.
What's today word from?
Today.
Today's date.
Oh, no word from. Yes, good one, Archibald. No word from, and that's today's date. So, 3 lighthouse keepers. Michael, so he changed shift in the middle of it, and he stayed on. He didn't leave the island when he was meant to change shift. 2 new keepers came out, Michael and Smith. Smith is the guy who was doing the paintings, said he got the creeps and was fucking off the island this morning. And Michael didn't. He doesn't like Michael, doesn't trust Michael. Michael's always spying on him. And Michael's just gone out for a walk. Smith's gone missing. Michael's gone out for a walk. And then in the middle of his diary, his warm mug of coffee beside it, it ends.
Okay.
He sent it off to his mouth.
Yeah. So Archibald, you're a cop, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm putting out my badge there now. So I'm just I'm gonna flash my agent's badge.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's the story with you?
In a dramatic way as well. And I say, I think we've got a crime scene here. We had an agent on the island here called Michael Turner who was investigating a smuggling activity.
What
so
activity?
these coins might be involved in that.
Oh, so Michael was an agent.
He was one of the bureau agents. I was sent out here to make contact with him because he's got information on a smuggling ring. And I got where the coins gone?
You tell me. You did the coins.
Yeah, we handed them all around, didn't we?
Yeah,
So the coins here are probably evidence of the smuggling activity. So,
am I the only one on this island who's not a fucking cop?
I'm not.
I'm the only one without a fucking piece, and he's looking at fucking like Edmund with a derringer, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Well, obviously something's going on because otherwise we wouldn't be drawn to this place, would we?
So what did your agent Michael Turner say in his last report?
well, he's got evidence of smuggling taking place on the East Coast. So he didn't go into the details. I'm assuming it's these gold coins that are being smuggled.
And does he make any mention of the other keeper, Michael Cassidy, and his involvement?
No information here. But again, by reading this this journal here, looks like things might have taken a turn for the worst.
Robert, you're getting a bit panicky at all this talk.
I think we better search the rest of this lighthouse.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, there's a radio on the island, but he said it's busted. I mean, I'll take a look at it. I mean, I ain't, no whiz or nothing, but like,
You've been doing
give me something to do.
Yeah, you've been great at rolling.
Yeah, I just fucking, I don't know.
So Phil, I'm gonna cross the hallway and check out the other rooms.
Okay, yeah, and the rest of yous what are you guys doing?
I'm sticking with Derek. I'm trying to find this radio. He's not going anywhere solo, but
I'm behind Derek as well.
Okay, I'll throw back up the lighthouse plan.
I'm still rooting Euro. I'm not
Rootin' Tune. Okay.
I'm going to go into whatever. I suppose there's the bunks. He doesn't really want to go. He's not going anywhere on his own anyway. I suppose the radio's probably up in the lighthouse.
Robert's gonna have another kind of route through his desk and have a look at his letters and stuff, so that he's read it himself.
Okay. So yeah, you're having a little route.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I throw him back up the lighthouse, and fucking hell, where is it gone? I'll zoom in there. So yeah,
I'm looking in the larder actually.
I'm going to go into the
okay,
bedroom.
in the larder there is probably about 7 months of tinned food. Oh, there you go.
That's that.
Sorry.
And number 2 is
Sorry,
a
I
pumpkin.
cut out there a second.
So in the larder there's about 7 months of tinned food, dry provisions. It's obviously in case they get cut off for a long period of time. So that's all that's in there. And the other room number 2 then is the bunk room.
Okay, I'm just going to have a look through the bunk room, Phil.
I'll follow through from the hall into the bunk room as well. And
so
me too.
There's 3 neatly made beds, a large pile of books is stacked tidily in one corner of the room. There are also 3 large cupboards, each holding soap, towels, fresh bedding and extra blankets. Those belonging to Turner and Cassidy contain various articles of clothing along with a few small personal effects. The one belonging to Smith contains only linen and towels. Okay, so if you want to, I would
I'm going to take a particular interest in Turner, Michael Turner's catering. I'm going to reach.
So yeah, do a spot hidden for me, please.
Sorry, no, I need to find.
I'm going to go in and start raiding those dry clothes.
5. Christ almighty, 65. What is this again? This is going to see roll.
Spot hidden.
5T. Yeah, hard success.
Okay, actually, sorry, you should have actually had a bonus dice on that because you would know where to look. So yeah, hard success. Okay, so what you find is you find Turner's journal, his diary, um, and you also find one gold coin and six loose bullets, six loose rounds of bureau issued ammunition.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pocket the ammunition and I'm gonna put out the journal or the
Okay,
notes.
so I'm gonna I'll screen share the journal. And again, I'll throw that into later when we're finished. I'll throw it into your resources in case you want to consult it earlier or later even. So there is his diary. You should be probably all able to make that out, I'd say, as is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ed talking about his old contacts or whatever his. Yeah. I mean, what are the how closely Phil? I mean, clothes roughly fit Owen is able to get. He's taking dry clothes and he's changing because he's gonna be so.
Okay, Turner's clothes. Turner is a bulkier guy. Cassidy's a bit of a he's small. If you won't get into Cassidy's, you'd probably fit into Turner's, but you are aware that his federal agent boss beside you is looking at you as you try and put on shocks.
He's trying to. He's like, you got a problem with me wearing a dead man's clothes, or maybe one of you.
How do you know he's dead? How do you know he's dead? That.
There's a fucking blood everywhere.
Put it to you.
There, just puts a gun in him.
I said a dead man's clothes or your body. I'm talking about Cassidy's over here and Agent Turner's over here.
You're not going to fit into Cassidy's, but you probably could fit into Turner's.
Yeah.
But that's a conversation you're going to have with Derek.
Yeah.
Look, obviously, given the fact you're wet, you're shipwrecked, I don't think he's going to have an issue with this. This is the priorities.
Yeah, okay. Hey, Robert.
In fact, I suppose, how long have we been in the house now, Phil?
Not long, really. Maybe 15
surely
minutes.
Maybe helping anyone else who's shipwrecked, so maybe we need to kind of prioritize getting that light on.
And get that radio fixed.
Yeah.
Right, it seems like all the ground floor is clear, so let's go upstairs and get some light going, right?
Yeah, we need to get a distress out to help people.
Damn straight.
Absolutely,
You
absolutely.
first, Archie.
There's still people out there. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll walk after you boys.
The smuggling can wait.
Yeah,
That's,
okay, so I've thrown the diary into your resources as well.
Thanks.
Okay, so, right.
Lead the way, boy.
So, the lighthouse, the tower part, as you should see coming up there, the blood, now that you go, so you're heading back towards room number 8 is where the stairs are, and you notice the actual, when you go up into where the steps are, there's actually more of the blood. So, the blood that came from the kitchen, then there was the big pool of it, then it seems to stop for some reason or whatever, but it's actually, there's more blood that's going up the stairs or coming down the stairs.
And is it all the same type of blood that I said wasn't human?
Yeah, it has a greenish tint to you. You can see it.
Still not human blood.
So the stairs just wind up. It's not a hugely tall lighthouse. It's maybe 2 stories high. And before it gets to the lamp room, you can see that there's the lantern. There is over here. So the lamp room is here, and then there's some sort of a platform room there below the lamp. You found these drawings in one of the drawers. So there's a service room, and then the lamp room is up above it. So number 23 is the service room, and number 24 is the lamp room. And you can hear a mechanical noise coming from up there. Like
just
Are the stairs lit, Phil, or are they in dark?
There's a light switch there, probably. They're now
Stairs.
lit. They're now lit. Derek switched on the light.
But before we go into, people obviously can go into the rooms, but before Owen goes into the room, since he knows now that it's not human blood, that it's maybe some kind of an animal or whatever, would he be able to try a hand at zoology to see if does it look like anything he'd recognize? You know, like
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, why not?
is the blood of marine life any different? I just want to check.
You're doing the PhD in it. You tell us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, we'll find out.
Yeah. The way you're rolling, I doubt it.
Yay! One success.
Regular success.
Zoology.
Hard success.
Hard success. Okay, so yeah, you can confirm with Saint Jane that it's not it's definitely not human. However, you actually think it is partially human. What? No, you don't actually. Well, you're not sure. No, you don't think
something in the back of the mind.
Yeah, you don't actually think that at all. I'm getting confused. No, you definitely reckon it's fishy. It's of a fish variety.
Piscine.
Piscine, yeah. That's
variety. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, he's
confused,
intensely interested in this now. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck? Like, he's gonna. I don't have he doesn't have anything. He's gonna try and take some of this later. There's nothing really to gather it up
in. There was cups in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Cups in the kitchen. For what? Drink it?
Put the blood in.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so
yeah, for drinking the weird blood we're after finding, isn't it?
So Owen is licking the blood up off the floor that you found. What the rest of you is doing? Are you going up the stairs or?
Yeah, I think we'd be slowly with caution, just making our way upstairs, seeing
behind the guys with the guns.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The two cops.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, we got room 23 first thing, so it would make sense if we could just peer in there and look at what's going on.
Yeah.
Just in case I forget, I'm not saying you're about to get into combat so I'm not saying that. But the way combat works from initiative point in Cthulhu, there's no dice roll. It's always based on your dexterity. So your dexterity sets the order. That's why I threw the dexterity up in the list. However, so say your dexterity is 50 and a baddie's 70. They go first. However, if you are ready and you decide not to do anything else, but fire your weapon. So if you go into a room, FBI style, and stand there and you're not going to do anything else, as soon as the combat starts, not make a move, you add 50 to your dexterity. So basically, if you get ready and you can't do anything else in your move apart from shoot, it actually gives you a bump of 50, because I'll probably forget that. So when that starts, but you have to say, well, if there's combat about to start, that's what I'm doing. Right.
Well, anyway, you're entering ready for a fight.
Well, yeah. Would it be fair to say we're in that mode right now as we go up the stairs?
Yeah, I think so. Unless you want to do something else, the guys with the guns have probably got them drawn and whatever.
Oh yeah.
Already,
Of course.
Yeah, at the very least, I'm expecting a shark up there or a murderer.
So you get up into the platform of the service room, and it's empty. There's a small workbench, tool bag, and you can see there is a radio, which is in a various degree of repair. Mechanism used. Okay. And it's also the motor is there that turns the light. So it's the mechanism. And it's actually the noise you could hear at the bottom of the stairs. So the motor is actually turning. So the light seems to be turning.
It's not on.
Is there any main switch that we could see now, like a big chunky switch on the wall that perhaps feeds the light?
Yeah. There is actually, believe it or not, a big on-off for the light, and it's in the on position. Okay. There are also several boxes there with a drawing of a lamp on them. There's 3 of them. They're quite large.
So bulbs.
Yeah.
Okay, Phil,
turn it off.
And there is also a logbook. On the table, there's a service logbook.
Okay.
Anybody know anything about radios?
What state of repair it's in and whether or not I could repair it.
Okay, is anyone looking at the logbook?
I look at the logbook.
Yeah, I'll have a look. Yeah, Jane.
Okay, so Jane, the logbook says there seems to be a lot of checks, documenting checks on the lighthouse and the lamp, and it seems to be regularly changed. It also says that there was a wiring issue. There was an issue with the generator on the 12th of February, and it caused an intermittent blackout of the light. And it was a wiring issue. It was rectified. It caused the bulb to prematurely burn out. And there's some more talks about repairs and stuff. There's a lot of reports about the radio seems to have an intermittent problem, and it's in a semi-state of disrepair. Now, Donica, you asked, Derek, you asked, could you repair the radio? In theory, anybody that has an electrical repair ability or a mechanical repair ability can have a go at, electrical repair only, can have a go at repairing the radio.
Yeah,
I've just got the basic.
Whack it out.
Okay.
So, well, I suppose I'm going to look to see if it's repairable. I have 50 in my electrical.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Quite good. Okay, yeah. So it does look. Someone has already started a repair. So yeah, you can try and repair it. So give us an hour roll.
Yeah, I got a success there on that.
Ah, you fucker. So of course you would. So the radio goes and it comes on, and the valves go, and the radio seems to be working.
I take it our marine expert here would know how to send a distress.
You'd think that, wouldn't you?
Surely you've been on boats. You've done some sort of.
GMDSS.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry,
SOS for God's sake.
SOS.
Yeah, Mayday.
SOS wasn't probably out in 26. That was CU was the old call sign. Anyway, look, that doesn't matter. It's a talky talk.
You know,
so,
Mayday. You know.
Yeah, we'll say it's a VHF. So, yeah, are you calling up the radio?
Yeah, I do Coast Guard or whatever. Yeah, if whatever the.
So is that what you do?
Whatever the protocol is. I don't.
Those days.
Somebody's out there around.
I don't know. Phil, you and Donica are the Navy men.
Well, it's Charlie Mayday. This is what's the name of the lighthouse? We're in
Beacon Point.
Beacon Point. Mayday. Beacon Point.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Beacon Point. This is Folly Point. Receiving you 5x5.
What the hell? What was the name of the ship we were on?
SSX Essex.
In it.
Shipwreck survivors from the SS Essex. Here on.
Affirmative. Yeah, we have lifeboats out picking them up. Where are you over?
On Beacon Point, we've got how many survivors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so have you any of you injured? Over.
Somebody.
Have gone into the water. Might have hypothermia.
Okay, so
or cold, I suppose, back in the day.
Yeah. Give them some whiskey and sit them by the fire.
No whiskey, I repeat, no whiskey, mate.
Okay.
You've moved up our priority. We'll get over to you straight. No, look, we've got a lot of guys in the water, so you're just going to have to sit tight. We'll try and get you as quickly as possible. But, you are down the bottom of our priority because you seem to be in a building, which is a lot to be said for those poor souls in the water.
Right, tell them about the fucking plot.
Did you tell them we're in the lighthouse and try to fix it?
The lighthouse men, I mean. Tell them the lighthouse men, I mean.
Okay, we'll put the radio away for the time being. We can always call them.
What about telling him about the blood? What about saying that somebody got hurt here?
I could try and tell him that federal agent, etc.
Okay.
We could play that card. But do we want to?
You're the Fed,
Yeah, my buddy could be just up above trying to fix the bloody light.
Yeah.
Covered in fish blood, which he was trying to make for his dinner.
Okay, well...
Yeah, I don't know. You want to know about the mating patterns of minnow? I'm your guy. If there's been a murder, I'm looking...
Well, you think it's bloody fish blood?
Hey, I don't know, man. I'm fucking...
Someone murdered a big fish. One of his big fish.
Yeah. Right on. Okay, listen, we can always notify them about the blood later. We seem to be safe for now. Let's check out the rest of the lighthouse first. Yeah?
Sure.
We've got our Mayday out. Help is coming. You know.
Okay.
Eventually.
Jane has told us that the journal says about the lamp blowing. So I'm going to grab one of those boxes, bulb boxes, and head towards the stairs to the lamp.
Yeah,
No,
I could turn the lamp,
sorry.
turn the switch off just because.
Just
in case.
Oh, sorry, you're electrocuted. No, just the lamp blowing was in February the 12th or something. It's not the entry for today's lamp going out.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a bit of wiring that's causing the bulbs to burn out.
Shortage. Yeah, it was a short. Yeah. Okay, so good job you have an electrician there with you. Federal electrician.
Yeah.
I've got some strange stats, all right?
Actually, you're a pre-gen, so they probably gave you that so you could fix the radio.
Yeah.
Okay, so Edmund, who's never carried anything in his life, is now humping around a big, huge lighthouse lamp.
So.
And so.
Oh yeah, you got to put a tick next to my electrical
ability. Yeah.
I'm gonna check that as well.
Yeah, and don't forget the rest of it. If you're succeeding on your skills, put a check against it. Okay.
I got my one check for the night.
Who's going up the stairs? What's happening?
Phil, before we move on, has the blood trail continued this far, or has it stopped?
There's been drops.
Okay. So it's
also before we move on. I don't know if you guys ever take breaks, but it's been like 2 hours now, and I really gotta pee.
We'll take a quick.
We'll take 5.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go over to our commercial, our sponsor. I'm going to get another beer. I'll talk
So
to you in a second.
They're like catching fish, and they're letting them hang up in the top, and letting them, drain out the blood in them.
I don't know, man.
That's how you do fish, though. That's all for me. Stags stuff.
Oh yeah, big tuna and stuff like that, don't you?
You hang them.
I think you do.
Oh, you probably could.
I have no idea. I don't.
These are like 800. They can be like £800.
Yeah. I'm fucking massive. Like.
Oh, they're huge things, yeah.
Yeah, big old. And again, the big fish that you saw underneath, you'd hang them.
Yeah.
Surely, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe they dragged it up live up into the kitchen, and they didn't have a mallet to hand to beat it to death, so they beat it to death with the chair.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a fisherman, but I wouldn't be dragging a giant fish upstairs to hang it. I'd hang it off the roof in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like most people, long time on their own.
Do we assume that Derek has got the coins, or Archibald, or one of the cops has got the coins?
They never discovered who had the coins.
Yeah,
Robert's
the ones we found. Oh, gosh.
I know I inspected them.
Well, Derek's got one anyway.
I've got the one that I found in Michael's kit, but obviously they'll all be taken as evidence later, so they're kind of.
Oh yeah, if we can find them.
Yeah.
We can find them.
Well, no one will be getting off the island until the bureau arrive.
Yeah.
Right, might as well get on and get a decaf if people are.
You want
Yeah, I'll actually have a coffee. So now I'm very, very.
I've ate an awful amount of quality streets.
You should be stepping away from those sweets if you're getting married.
She already said yes.
Yeah, exactly. Now's the time. Yeah.
Step away from the sweet.
You don't want to see the amount of rappers. Like literally, while we've been playing, like I can't even carry more in my hand.
The fish.
I bet you're on a diet. Are you on a diet?
This tub was practically full before we started.
You've already made the catch. That's it.
I feel sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can let it all go now. He's getting married and just go.
That's it. Yeah, go to shit like that.
I'm 29. I was 12. I could eat sweets all day and be fine.
Yeah.
No, not anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like drink. The older you get, you think, why would I do this stuff in the morning?
I'm gonna definitely sort out so I can use the speakers for next week, so I can wear my Indiana Jones hat.
Oh yeah. I thought you were all dressed up tonight.
I didn't get that memo. I would have put some more effort in. I will for next week or in 2 weeks' time if we're continuing.
Well, I have to have. I used to always wear this hat, but I got Alana. Sarah uses those throws, and I was like, when I saw the picture on me thing, I was like, oh, I could be more.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna definitely.
I'll have to get red hair dye and some kind of
stroke and an Aaron jumper.
There's no problem as well. If we are continuing on with this story, if you want to change your characters, especially for those of you that use the pre-gen, if you want to change character out, if you're not happy with them or whatever, it's no problem. Like, we can do it and then stick with them. And the chances are your character probably dies soon anyway. I don't mean soon as in tonight, like, but
yeah, I'm gonna say the way I'm going, I'm making a new character for next week because I'm gonna
you'll be the one that'll survive. The rest tumbling around. The rest of us will all be dead.
Yeah.
You'll be like, where did
go? Like, freaking out, curled up in a corner.
I know. I want to.
Guess where our dog was all weekend again?
Not in the vet again.
Really?
Fucking hospital again.
I tell you, expensive business.
And they said they think it's the same thing. He has to go to UCD now for tests.
Jesus Christ. That's crazy. How's Ray taking it?
It's a fucking nightmare. It's a nightmare, Phil. But look, he's not as sick as he was last time, and I think he's already starting to come out of it. We got him to eat a couple of today, but he's on 3 different medications at the moment, and we have to bring him up to UCD for all kinds of tests.
Right. Wow.
But anyway, look, that's what the insurance is for, so let them pay for it.
Yeah. So
I missed the last time. What did you say was up with him?
They never found out.
Did
they? Did surgery, did you name it? They did it.
What's up with him? Is he not eating, or just sick, or lethargic, or
just stops eating, stops drinking, and just falls. No energy. Obviously, because he's not eating. Deteriorates, but kind of rapidly.
Yeah. It's kind of scarily.
Yeah. But we got him to the vet quicker this time, so he didn't seem to get as bad.
Yeah.
She said at this stage it's going to have to.
It'll be something weird. Like he's to see an endocrinologist for all to measure whatever that does. Whatever that is.
Just say hello to our live viewers. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hey guys.
And that seemed to stop the conversation.
We're all how many live viewers we got?
We've got 2.
And one of them's me. Have a look at it.
No, it's not. What name are you using?
Hangman Ray.
No.
Swatzer is logged in on this one.
No, this is actually coming according to Google.
Oh,
okay.
So from the Twitter feed. So
we have 2, and technically, even like if Ray's one, then Becky's one, because there's technically 2 people in the rooms.
Yeah.
So technically
count
4.
that.
Yeah. No, I was counting actually not people in the the thing as our two views. But so there you go. So we're a bit away. We're another only 9,998 people, and we can make some money out of this.
Hell yeah.
Guys, the limit.
So there we go. So anyway, look, we can. Where's Dunica's gone off somewhere? Is he or Derek?
He's gonna get decaf.
Decaf. Jesus.
Fucking
Twitching.
Coffee and donuts.
Coffee.
Even the
he's filling out his overtime forms.
Even the G-men.
Yeah. Did we have donuts back in the 20s?
Oh, I'd say so.
Oh, we did. I know this bit of research.
I suppose it depends where you were.
Yeah, the Dutch brought donuts to America because they went over with the Mayflower and they stayed in Leiden, in the Netherlands before they went to America. And they traditionally have donuts and apple flapping for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And they're just like slices of apple dipped in donut mix and fried. And they are delicious.
We had them last week.
I made
Oh
them
my
last
god,
week.
delicious.
Yeah.
But
Well,
when I was looking up the recipe, I read that the Dutch brought donuts too.
Well, there you go.
Well, then they probably have them on the East Coast anyway, because they definitely have them in New York then, because that's where the Dutch like.
Yeah.
Because even the New York flag has orange in it, like even still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
whether it made
Pennsylvanian
it
Dutch,
up, yeah,
the Pennsylvanian Dutch weren't Dutch at all. They were German.
German, that's right, yeah.
Because it was Deutsch. They said we're Deutsch.
Right.
We're Dutch.
Read it there. In 1920 was the first automatic donut machine in New York.
Well, there you go.
Well, it's been automated at this point.
Yeah. So what you can do is in the next
an automatic donut machine.
You can go down and I'm an automatic donut disposal machine.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, right. So you're heading up the tower.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, right. So
We'll fight Saruman.
I just taking a big swig from the hip flask out of my port while I start looking.
Okay, so as you enter, you're greeted by first of all, who's up first?
What's his face with the light bulb?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you're greeted.
Guns.
There is blood everywhere, and you hear this roar of "Die, you demon!" And you see this revolver just poking around the corner, and it goes click, 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 and it keeps it's a revolver, so it keeps on rotating, and it's empty, it's dry ones. And as this is all going on, as I said, you see there's blood everywhere. And
Did the revolver that didn't fire, was it pointed kind of at me?
Pointed in the doorway. It was sort of like a round something, and it was pointed at the door. Pointed at you, towards you. And you notice there's bodies on the floor. There's blood everywhere. So I need you to take a sanity check, please.
Just him?
Well, the rest, yeah. Well, at the moment, he's the one in the doorway.
Where's my...
Yeah, so success, yeah.
Okay, so you take one.
Shit.
So you let out, as you saw the blood and someone shouting at you, you just you drop the box with the light bulb in it, which falls to the ground, and you take a sanity point loss.
I think he succeeded.
He did succeed indeed, yes.
Still take.
You
Yeah.
still-
I
failed.
just because you... Oh, yeah, you can take an awful lot more if you fail a test. And if
You
even
said,
if you pass one.
you said, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I remember
because
you
there's
said that before,
bits of
sorry,
bodies everywhere. So, okay, what are the rest of you doing?
Well, I failed the sanity.
Yeah.
Oh, you failed as well, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you failed the sanity, so you are 1d plus 4. So, oh shit, I never put roll in front of it. Roll 1d plus 4. The fuck isn't it? You can't use
What's
spaces.
it? Fail is one, is it, Phil?
Sorry?
Failing is 1, is it?
Failing, getting a 1.
No, if you fail, how much sanity do you
Oh,
lose?
sorry. If you fail, I don't know why that is not fucking doing rolls for me there.
If you pass.
That's fine.
If you pass, it's 1.
1. Okay, cool.
If you
Yeah.
fail, it's 1d4 plus 1. Oh shit, that's why I did it. 1d.
Yeah, you've 1d plus 4.
Yeah.
Oh.
So roll.
Oh, yeah. 1D.
1d4 plus 1. Okay, so you take 5.
I take 5.
You
Rob's
take
got
5.
extreme
Oh,
success.
nice.
Extreme
his,
success is no any better.
No?
No, sorry.
I'd say
That'll be the
That'll
only extreme success I'll get in the whole game.
I assume we'll all. Yeah.
Shit. Organizing.
I assume we'll all make, because eventually we'll all go into the room.
Yeah, you're going.
Yeah.
If you're going to go into the room, you're
agents
going to
kind
have
of
to
come
take
in
it.
and saying, don't shoot.
And they're all screaming.
Don't shoot
Everyone
or
who's
whatever,
whether they're failing or screeching and letting a roar out. Sorry, I'm just looking for one thing there. It's actually on the cheat sheets I put it.
Fuck's sake. What a waste of an extreme success. But anyway. I'll take the money down.
Okay, I succeeded.
Okay, so you, Archibald, you got 5, which unfortunately is a threshold mark. And so you must take an intelligence test now, please.
Oh,
so
shit.
Roll against your intelligence. Now, this is you want to fail this, okay? You want to fail this.
Right.
Okay.
So do your roll there.
Success! Oh my God! What
okay, so basically, if you take 5 sanity points in a go, you have to do an intelligence test. An intelligence test is to see, do you understand what you're seeing? If you're a dumb fuck, it's actually quite easy to fail it. And if you fail the test, you don't know what you're looking at. But if you're an intelligent person, you see all these strange dead bodies in front of you, blood everywhere, and you go into temporarily insane. So you let a roar out of yourself. You go, you see these bodies on the ground, and you suddenly now have an aversion to fish.
Okay.
Okay. So, and you actually start.
Don't come to my next lecture, Archie.
for the next hour,
especially if you're packing heat.
For the next hour, you've to shout out random names of fish.
Try, that's my job.
In Latin, if you can manage it. Okay, so did anyone else? Sorry, did anyone else fail?
God,
no.
Yeah,
I don't think so. Actually, yeah.
So I'll take deduct your 1 sanity point. Okay, so what greets you up there is you see on the ground, and the thing that was sort of driving you temporarily mad is these bodies. There appears to be 3 bodies on the ground. There's a crazy hand. There's a hand firing these, still pulling the trigger of this gun at you around the corner, and he's shouting, "I'll take you down with me, you demons, like I took your friends."
All right, I'm leaving.
Okay, I'm shouting up the door. We're not the demons. We just got shipwrecked here.
Okay.
But I'll try and grab the arm, and pull it out from the.
Okay. Well, it's the other side. It's away from you, and these dead bodies are in the way. You're going to need to take a charisma check. Sorry, go on.
Do I recognize the voice?
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, Mikey, did you pass? Did you? The sanity check.
I did.
Yeah, you do recognize the voice.
Okay. So I'm just going to give a shout out and be like, George, it's me, Robert, and see if he responds.
Robert who?
Robert, it's Robert Alden.
It's a trick. How do I know you, Robert?
We go way back.
Where did we meet? Well, only the real Robert would know where we met. Come on, where did we meet?
Let me check my notes.
You met in prison. You met in prison.
I was gonna say, yeah.
You met in prison.
It doesn't say that.
Yeah, okay. You met in prison.
Yeah, okay. In prison. You know where.
Are you gonna say in front of the cops where you met?
Well, he's gonna fucking have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna say, look.
You could just name it.
Yeah. Yeah. we met in prison.
Did you walk down?
Yeah.
Shower block C.
And a hand drops and goes, "Is that truly you, Robert?"
It is. Remember,
get me out of this hellhole.
Look, I'm coming up to you, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna head up. I'm gonna have my hands out in front of me, so he knows like I'm not like a traitor or anything.
Okay.
Even though like the gun it's clicking, it doesn't mean he doesn't have ammo in his pocket or anything.
Yeah. So as
Owen's thing, yeah.
As you're approaching around, I presume I don't know if the rest of you are staying there or moving. But
Well,
you can see
I'm going in.
there
I'm going in.
are 2 weird-looking bodies on the ground. Robert, as you go past, so there's 3 bodies in total. Sorry, there's 2 of them are naked, and they seem to be covered in scales. And they actually look the face that you saw, the fish type thing that you saw out in the water. This looks like that, so it has very similar looking to that. The other one is is dressed in clothes, but you're not going to take too much of a look because you're going past to over towards Cassidy.
Yeah.
So when Owen goes in, he's going right for these things if he sees them.
Okay, so yeah, he does. Yeah, so you can do a fishy McFish test on them. So need a natural world or science, biology, zoology test, whatever you prefer.
I'll go zoology. He's taken his dissection kit out as well.
Okay.
Getting ready to maybe see if these things are real or just some guy in a rubber mask.
If I'm having this all of a sudden this thing with fish, how would I react to those?
You are stuck to the wall. We'll go nowhere near them.
Right.
You're going.
I'll go over to Archibald and offer him a sip out of me. Here, this will help you.
That's hard success, Phil.
Hard success. Ooh,
he's running his hands over the scales and they look real, and he's like,
that looks dirty.
Okay, so
he's hyper focused.
So you notice that they they were shot, but bullets killed them, and they seem to have gone into. The only reason they seem to have been able to penetrate was they seem to have gone into the very soft flesh. One of the bullets seemed to go in around the eye part, and the other part was sort of there was a spot in the chest which seems to be not as plated as the rest of it. And you're knocking on it, and you're sort of going, these are really hard plates. It's, knives and stuff are going to have a difficult time getting through that. But they seem to have two weak spots around the face and the chest. And evidently Cassidy had a very lucky shot when he was firing them off. You also notice in their dorsal fins, they seem to have, there's little needles. And some of them are missing, but some of them come out and they detach easily from it.
Right, he's breaking some of those off.
And you reckon they actually could be, looking at the way, you can tell from them that they seem to have a little, that they can, when you squeeze the dorsal fin, one of the needles sort of shoots out. So they seem to be some sort of projectiles they have on their back.
He's very carefully, he's got, I don't know if he had gloves in the dissection kit, so in case they're, venom, in case there's poison on them or whatever. So he's picking these apart, and he's just fascinated with these things.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'm going to be reaching over towards George, and it's going to be kind of trying to calm him. So I'm going to put I'm assuming he's still aiming the gun forward. So I'm going to put my hand on the gun and just gently take it off him.
Okay, you do notice, sorry, as you're doing that, that's grand. Owen, the other one seems to be sort of nearly human, but not human.
Kind of fishy-looking human, but not like a creature from the Black Lagoon.
Too far apart. The folds of flesh under it, scaly, and that. So you're very perplexed by this one. Also, it seems to have had surgery around its eyes, and the eyes seem to be human eyes. But you from looking at the, give me actually another investigate. Give us another one of those skills that you did the last time, please.
Hold on, I just want to make sure I got 2 ticks next to that. Now, can you have more than one tick?
No, you can only have 1 tick.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's.
You only pass the thing once.
Regular success.
Okay, so you reckon that the eye socket is too big for the eye that's in it. It's a normal sort of blue eye ball, but it looks to be actually too loose for the socket. It's able to move around. So you think that's a bit odd. And there's stitching marks. It looks like somebody has done a bit of surgery on the eye. Okay, so Mikey, you're calming down Cassidy. You're taking the gun off him. You're looking at the fish. Archibald is stuck to the wall shouting ling, mungfish, and langoustine and other stuff out.
Herring!
Archibald. Archibald, what are you up to? You're saying Jane's trying to give Archibald, whiskey. Edmund, what are you up to?
I'm picking up the remnants of the board to see if it's smashed.
It smashed to shit. It smashed to shit. There was three downstairs, so that one is smashed to shit.
Okay, so I just asked, see if he knows what's wrong with the lighthouse. Why is it off?
Actually, Edmund, do a spot hidden for me, please. There's wind as well. Also, I should say, one of the windows on the outside of the panes of the light is smashed to bits, and there's glass everywhere. The wind is howling in on top of you, so you're getting soaked.
Again.
Yeah.
Fail.
Okay. Right. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're asking around, but Cassidy is so back to Cassidy. Cassidy is screaming at you. Robert said, "Robert, get me out of here! They're going to be coming back. They want their gold. They want their gold. You have to give it to them. It's the only way they'll let us live. Give them back their gold."
The leprechaun.
Robert is dead, is he?
Sorry.
He said, "Give them back their gold. Give them back their gold. They want their gold."
What, the coins? Is this or
the gold? Yeah, the gold. The gold.
Who wants gold? What are you shouting about?
Is that one? Is he one of them? Is he one? He's where's me gun? Where's me gun? I must shoot him. Here, shoot him.
No.
George?
We're all cool. None of us.
Okay.
No fishmen.
Oh, they're coming back. You have to. And he sort of he reaches in under his shirt and he pulls out. There's a purse. And a coin flies out of it onto the ground in front of it, and he goes, Robert, he goes, give it back to them. It's the only way. It's the only way we're ever getting out of here. He said, Michael's gone off. Michael must have known something. Michael's in with them. I tell Michael called him here. Michael knew. He set me up. And he's getting up and he's in bits. There's blood. Obviously, one of the creatures looks like he's bit him. And he goes, help me up. He says, I want to tell you something. I want to show you.
I'm going to reach on and kind of put my head under his arm and kind of lift him up on my throw over my shoulder.
Look, and he's pointing out to the guardrail. He goes, I'll show you where they're going to come from. Watch. He goes, what's that?
Okay, so
he says, are they here? What was that? What was it? Did you hear that?
I'm not hearing anything.
And he goes, they're back. He says, they're not getting me. He says, they're not going to get me. They're not getting me.
Get him away from that guardrail.
Yeah, I'm going to start dragging him back and be like, look, George, it's okay, calm down. And I'm going to get the coins off him.
He goes to give you a dig. So, in a fight, you have two options, okay? So, when we're fighting, so you can either, when you're fighting, you can opt to fight back or dodge. Now, fighting back is it's not your waste of your action. You still get to fight then later. But dodge is basically you decide to, block, and then on your go, you can fight back. Or what you can do is you can decide to trade blows. We then have a dice roll, and whoever wins gets to land a punch. So in a fight back, you could actually land the punch. You could actually kill your opponent.
Is that there's a brawl
That's
skill?
That's what the fight brawl skill is. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay.
We have an option to run away.
Yes, you do. You can do a flee option. You can just run away. If you're not being restrained, you just fuck off. You just say, "I'm out of here."
Yeah.
I'm
but obviously, if you're in sort of melee, it's sort of
I'm entangled with him basically. So I haven't kind of thumb over my shoulder a bit.
He's going to go and swing. So are you going to try and smack him on back, or are you going to dodge?
I think I'm going to dodge because I wouldn't be inclined to hit him back immediately. Okay. I know him.
So what's your fight skill, Mikey?
45. My dodge is 40, so it's not much of a difference.
This is an oldish guy. He's not that. So mine is 35. So I'm going to do C roll 35 target. So I get a. I'll I got a failure. So it basically goes nowhere. If I'd have gotten a success, you would have had to get a hard success. So
on the dodge,
I have to beat it. On a dodge, though, it's the opposite way around. So in a dodge, I have to beat you. So that the worst you can do is a failure. So we'd be tied. We'd both have 2 failures. So I would actually. So I failed. So I've swung at you, and nothing's happened. Now you can try and give me a dig, or we can just end the combat there. Like he's just fucking lost.
Can I? I don't know if
Oh, you could try and give him a smack if you wanted to, yeah.
No, well,
he's an old guy. He's an old man who's just fucking gone mental.
If he hit Robert, if he hit Robert, I was gonna try and grab him, not like but I just try and help Robert and just be like, well, George, Mr. Cassidy, just take it easy now. You're safe now.
He says, "There's one."
So please, just calm down, sir.
There's one of them Innsmouths, one of those Innsmouths people coming, and he's coming over in his boat. I've killed one of them. I've killed him. They're not going to be happy, but the other one is coming, and he wants to meet at the South Pier, and if I give him his gold, he let us go. We have to give him the gold back.
I'm just like, look, George, you're not making sense. Like, can I?
I'll show you.
Okay, all right.
Let's just go downstairs. We don't need to be up here.
Okay, yeah. We do. We need a high ground. He says, I have to show you. I'll show you where they're coming from.
Okay, well, point. We go. Stay back here, and you can point.
He says, I have to show you. The South Pier. The South Pier. They're coming. I can hear them.
I don't hear nothing.
What are the rest of you doing? What are the rest of you doing apart from your aversion to fish?
So Phil, I'm going to look and see what's wrong with the light.
Okay, give me a spot hidden, will you, please?
Spot hidden.
No, you can do an electrical check, actually, or an electrical, whichever you prefer.
Spot hidden better. So fail.
Okay. Does anyone else want to have a look to see what's wrong with the light?
I might as well have a look. I'm
You've
here.
already had a look.
Yeah, but he's one of them idiots who thinks he's great at everything.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you did have a look. You had a look. You did. Go on, have another one. But you're pushing it now. Okay, so yeah, you take a minor electric shock as you're sticking your hand into it, and you lose 1 HP.
1 HP. Is that right?
Saint Jane, do you want to do anything?
No, I would be of no use here. They wouldn't listen to a woman.
Please, just do a spot hidden.
All right.
Has anybody not looked on a spot hidden? Yeah.
I haven't looked.
Yeah.
Will you do
I
it?
didn't look because he wants to dissect these fishmen, but he'll
just look around. Just look around.
I'll have a look. We'll have a look.
I'll have a look.
Can Archibald not do it? No,
I passed.
Okay, and you say, and Robert says, lad, do you not notice that there's a bullet hole in the lamp?
I was preoccupied with the fishmen.
That's that.
Yeah. So yeah, there's 2 bullets in each of the dead creatures, and there's 2 bullets in the lamp.
Right, grab another lamp from down there.
Yeah.
Whoever's bottom on the stairs.
Okay, so right.
While they're hauling that stuff up, anything that he can, he is scraping scales off with his scalpel. He's taken from the weak bits. He's taken flesh. He's fucking taken whatever he can carry.
The rain has now started really increasing, and it starts to pelt down. And with that, as the rain is pelting down, you hear from the south side of the island, a small poof, a bang, and the lights in the lighthouse just go, and you're now in darkness. And Kate Cassidy, whatever his fucking name is going, they're here, I told you, they're coming back to kill us all, give them the gold, they want the gold.
I'm still trying to calm George. I'm going to take the bag of like coins off him.
Okay.
Where's the road to this place? Was that the generator going?
It was possibly, yeah, from your electrical knowledge, that rumbling that you also heard when you arrived first in the background has stopped. So it sounds like the generator has packed up.
Fucking beautiful.
Where's the generator room, George?
It's outside. It's outside. It's outside.
Where?
Down by the South Pier. To the back of the hotel. Hotel. The lighthouse.
You're getting a bad Yelp review, George. Hotel fucking sucks.
So these people who attacked you, there's more coming?
There's always more. There's more of them. They come from the deep.
Okay. Where's his revolver now? Who has it?
I have it.
Okay, I'm just gonna take that off you and I'm just gonna start refilling it with bullets that I have.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put 6 bullets into it, and then who can handle a pistol?
I can't.
You have one. Oh no, you
20.
don't have one. Sorry, yeah. You have a
I
6
can.
I've only got a 20, so
Yeah, so you just
I got 45.
six
I have
rounds
a
of
70.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm a good shot, 70.
nice. Yeah, from shooting
That's safe around the street, you know.
at dirty, good for nothing union busters.
I was going to grab George and be like, I'm just going to be saying to George, look.
He says, we have to get out of here. He says, I have a boat hidden. It's down by the somewhere. I can't remember. And he said,
The North Pier?
He said, Michael, where's Michael?
We don't know.
You don't know.
He's in on it. He's one of them. He's in on it.
What about Smith?
Smith. Yeah, maybe Smith too.
He didn't fix the radio.
No.
Michael riding the boat ashore.
Smith.
I was going to turn to him like, stop driving him mad.
I want to fucking get out of here alive.
How bad is the wound? You said he got bit in the leg, did he?
Don't forget now, Archibald, you've forgotten about Archibald is freaking out by the wall here as well. He's been showering from it. Yeah. So like,
Okay.
he's just looking at these dead fish thing on the ground. So
look.
Hey, Archie, look.
Marlon!
Eels. Hey, buddy, there's no eels here. And anyway, they're more afraid of you than you are them.
My hair, man! My hair!
You got nothing to fear. You know, fish, if they're beautiful, you know, they're gentle creatures. I mean, not all of them, but you know. I don't know if I can use a charm on fellow players or not. You know? But I don't think it's that kind of thing. But look, hey, look, they're dead. They're dead. Look, if more come, you know, they can kill them. They bleed. You know, we got guns.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Cassidy goes. Yeah. Cassidy goes. They're out. We're wasting time. We've got to. Did you tell me you closed the door? Tell me you closed the door when you came in.
I locked the door with
all of them.
All of them. I went in and locked the 2 doors that were entrances to the house.
I don't think you did, because I have the key here. I have the key here.
Locked the back door. We didn't lock the back door.
I locked.
We locked the front. The door we come in, we locked.
Yeah.
So I think we closed them.
So
I don't know.
Cassidy's pulling towards the stairs.
Right, so I'm going to be supporting him and start bringing our way down. It was on his leg he got bit, you said?
He got bit in the leg, yeah.
Okay. Is it bad? You need,
yeah, there's a bit of blood coming out of it, all right. Yeah, it doesn't look too... Yeah. But he seems to be impervious to it.
Okay.
Do a bit of force aid on him if you need.
So, yeah, come on. And...
Okay, Archie, you come down and help us secure the doors.
Yeah.
Look,
I take the key of the door off him, will I? Will he give me the key to the door, George?
No, he'll give you nothing. I'm giving you all the gold I have. He said, now make sure. He says they have to have all the gold back. Don't take any for yourself. All the gold. They know how much I have.
Okay, so who has the coins? Well, I have one coin that I took from Michael's personal gear, so...
There was 3 on the floor. Who has the 3 on the floor?
Well, we just kind of passed them around.
I have it for the sake of...
Yeah, look, just for...
Yeah, Rob, yeah.
No one's okay. He's getting quite irate. Archibald isn't helping him with his freaking out by the fish.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to take the pouch of gold off him, and I'm going to put the 3 coins that I have into it.
You can hear with that
since
you've decided to stay for the last 20 minutes up in the fucking top of the lighthouse. You can hear banging at the door downstairs.
Is this a good place as anything to stay held up?
When you say banging, do you knock or banging?
No, like banging. Like somebody trying to break down the front door.
Fuck the wall down the stairs, and we'll stay up in this level here, and we'll set an ambush for them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The high ground.
As they come up the stairs, we rattle them off. We have 3 pistons.
Okay, you are in pitch darkness, so you will be rolling a minimum of 1 penalty dice, and Archibald is freaking out.
Oh, fuck.
So
should we make our way down? Obviously, with
he's Owen. Owen is gonna Owen's gonna go to Derek and kind of whisper and say, he's like, I was checking these things out, and I think our boy Cassidy here got pretty lucky. One got it through the eye, one got it up here in a soft spot around its neck. These things, it's fucking hard as iron. So unless you're Billy the Kid, some fucking crack shot, then it's gonna be we might be at something of a disadvantage here.
You can, when you're in combat so the way armor works in this, armor is deducted off the HP. There's not like an armor class you have to beat or anything. So armor is deducted off the damage you do. However, you can target a specific area. This is when you're fighting. You can say, I want to hit that specific area. If you do that, you take a penalty dice to your roll. But it means when you do connect them, if you connect them with a penalty dice, you actually score maximum damage. That's how it works with armor. So
he's just letting Derek know that,
Okay, so
we can't just blast away. It's probably not if they've got more of these things with them.
So you reckon
doesn't want to panic Archie and be like, we can't fucking kill them. They're wearing fucking armor. They're all dead. He's like, aim for the eye, or anywhere there's like they got a soft spot, and watch out. I don't know how far they can shoot them, but up there on their fin, they got like a quillfish, like a blowfish. Quills, they can. Looks like they can shoot those out.
Let's try and bolt the doors and keep them outside.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
I like your force.
Someone grab those storm lights to get them lit.
Oh yeah, we got those.
So Phil, we see
Robert, you got the key.
So are you going down the stairs? Yeah.
Back door.
Yeah.
Are you going to go
lock the back door?
Okay.
So I have my lighter on just to try and get a bit of light, so I can see where I'm going on the steps.
Okay, so you can hear banging on the door, and as you're going down the stairs, are you all heading down the stairs? Well, obviously Archibald's not going to fucking stay up there with the dead fish.
No, Owen is down.
So as soon as you lose sight of the fish, Archibald, you actually start calming down a bit, and you can actually now you'll be able to, when you're a bit suspicious of something, you can do what's called a check reality, a reality check. There should be something on your sheet there for a threshold for a skill. I call it check reality, something like check reality.
Not really.
Okay, I'll have a quick look there.
Let me see.
A couple of empty spaces
No, there should be.
where they just got 5. You mean like the investigator skills?
No, there should be a specific. I'll check it up there now. You can do a. Oh, sorry. Maybe it's under something else. You basically can test your perception of reality. I've just forgotten where it is.
No, but I did see something about it in those. I kind of perused the quick rules.
Yeah.
But I forgot where it was because I thought you would know.
Yeah. Well, we're all learning here.
Yeah. Is it like is it a general thing? Maybe it's not on the sheet because it's like maybe you don't have a specific number tied to it.
Maybe there's a value. Look, okay, I'll fight if that comes up. I will check it there. I have the rules here. So let me just. So you are making your way down the stairs, all of you, are you? Is that what's happening while I check this?
Yeah.
I'm down the stairs and I'm on the way down.
Okay, so you can still hear the banging of the door. As you get near the bottom of the stairs, you can hear a splintering sound. It sounds like the.
They're in.
We'll just leave it. I'll find it. I'll figure it out in the next one. So you can hear a splintering sound. Actually, you seem to start coming around, and you've been calmed, and you've said to yourself, "Cop on, cop the fuck on, cop the fuck on." You're doing a bit of Zen. So yeah, the door. You can hear the door splintering, Donica. So and as one of them is starting to look through he's broken the panels of the door, and he's sticking his head through, and he's going, which probably fish for his Johnny. But anyway.
Does it look kind of half human or like?
Oh no, it's full. It's like the ones the armor plated ones you found up above.
Creatures from the Black Lagoon looking ones.
So yeah, it's smashing its way in the door. So it's at.
This.
You're at the bottom of the steps, correct? Of the lighthouse. Okay, so it's directly opposite you on the in the hall. So it's sort of where the number 1 is, and you're just around the corner there. So so there's one of them there.
Robert, lock the back door.
George, give me the key.
There's no way George has got down the stairs at the same rate as
You're just gonna have to get the key
I'm just gonna ask him to give me the key so I can hand it to one of the lads.
Okay, he gives you the key reluctantly. He goes, I have to get out of here. We're all going to be dead.
So Phil, I'm pushing forward.
I'm gonna give Owen the key.
The doorway to the kitchen. I have my pistol raised, pointing at the. I have a small there. I'm gonna have to come back in a second. But basically, I'm moving forward down the hallway a little bit, past the door, so Mikey's going to be able to get in behind me, and I'm basically ready to shoot the creature if he comes through the door.
Okay, so he is going to come through the door. So Mikey, you're at the bottom of the stairs there as well. The rest of you, are you coming down the stairs after him?
Yeah.
I was behind Derek.
I'm going to lean George against the wall and make a dash for that door.
For the door number 5, is it?
Number 5, yeah.
Okay, right. So yeah, you make it. Number 1 is smashing through. He's not through. Like he's broken the panel. It's quite a heavy door, like. So he's broken the panel in it, but he's not through fully. But you can see there's a bit gone, and it's sort of looking through, and it's trying to headbutt it more. Okay, so so you make it to the door anyway.
So I slam it shut, and I put the key in the lock, and just turn the lock.
Okay, so so the door is locked. Okay.
And head back out to the other door.
And just as you do that, you can hear something starts hammering on door number 5. Door number 5.
What's behind door number 5?
Yeah.
Your death. Fuck.
And
we had storm torches, have we seen here?
They were in the hallway up by door number 1, yeah?
Does someone want to grab them and maybe light them at least so we can see?
Yeah, because it's pitch dark. You're going. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's very dark. It is dark now. Yeah.
Yeah, because the only light. I'm assuming the only light would be a flicker of light from the fire in the kitchen.
Lighter, yeah, and stuff. And
I mean, I'll run up and grab one because it's near the door. It's trying to fucking bash down.
Okay, as you do that, you hear glass smashing from the study.
Oh. Is one still looking in the door, Phil?
Yeah, it's
like
trying to smash the door. It's trying to continue.
The kitchen knife. Can he? And he goes up to grab the storm lantern. He's got to get near. Can he try and kitchen knife and try and jab this thing in the eye if it looks through the panel?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can try that. All right.
Okay, I'm going to run over and slam the kitchen door. Sure.
So I don't know if that's
right. So that's what's called a fight
what
brawl.
That would be.
So it's a fighting brawl. They're all fighting brawls unless you're shooting, which doesn't matter whether you're using a hand weapon or not.
So penalty for the eye, I assume. So how do I?
No, your penalty that's long gone. That was
I mean a penalty for trying to
specifically
in the eye.
So okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought you meant because you're injured, right? Okay, so what you do is So what you do
same
is
weakness, Fishman.
So the command is /C roll.
Okay.
And then it's P for penalty.
A space and then P. Yeah.
Look, I'll type it the first time so that you can see it. So it's C roll. It's P for penalty dice. And then what's your target? Is probably 25 for brawl, is it?
45.
45 for brawl, okay. 45 for brawl. So basically this rolls 2 tens dice and 1 unit dice and takes the worst. It's like disadvantage. Can I chain? No, it didn't. Oh, because I went, fuck's sake, instead of T. That should have been. And that was my fault. So I should have gone C roll, penalty, 45, and is the target.
Ooh.
So, no, because it's a penalty dice.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It rolled it twice. Sorry, it rolls twice. I'll do that again. I rolled twice. So
I rolled already.
Oh, you did it as well.
I think I got a fail.
Oh yeah, you're a fail.
Yeah,
so we both did at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's basically rolled an 80 and a 30. So it was 84 or 34. It took the worst one. So it took the penalty. It was 84. So yeah, you missed completely.
Yeah, he's going. Assuming this thing doesn't have a shot at him, he's gonna run back the hole with the.
While you were doing that, it was going. Now it has its option because you're in. It has a dodge or a fight. Yeah. They'll always fight back because they're stupid. So it now will try and attempt you to attack you, and its its fight. Sorry, I just had to check its fight. Youngling is. Is 40. So 40 is the target and has no penalty. So it got a success, which was higher than yours. You got a fail, it got a success, so it actually succeeded. So it bit you as you were stabbing your hand through it. It gave you a bite, and it will do. I'll tell you now how much damage it'll do you. It will do 1d3 plus 1d4 damage.
Okay.
So I'll roll that there for you. 1d3 plus 1d4. So it goes roll 1d3 plus 1d4. So it does you 4 damage.
Okay, so I've taken 5 damage altogether. I must actually. Yes, he's just fucking screaming.
This
now.
isn't D&D. It's fucking You want to be shooting the fucking.
Drop the knife. Drop the knife out of his. You assume he bit the hand with the knife.
Yeah.
It is really tense.
Limping back. Yeah, he's like fucking screaming and like trying to put pressure on it.
Okay, so what else are you doing?
Well, I mean, he's trying to get out of there with the storm lantern, and he's like, "Shoot it, fucking shoot it!"
So you get away. This thing hasn't latched onto you, so you can just leg it like it's taking a chunk of your arm, but.
Oh yeah, he's going. Trying to limp with the thing under his arm, and
if you take
illuminate the hole.
If you take half of your hit points in one go, not your current hit points, but your starting hit points, that's a major wound. When you roll to 0 hit points, you're dead. It's a very you're basically going to die practically straight away. You have major injury.
Do I need to do anything particularly complicated to light this? Lantern
no. Someone has a lighter. You light the thing. It's not
he'll light it, and he's aiming it down so Derek can see.
So you now have light in the hallway, so any shots or anything else you're now going to be doing is not going to be at disadvantage. Or fucking pain.
Okay, Phil.
Shoot this thing. Somebody shoot it.
I'm going to run over to what's his face that's injured and see can I do a bit of our first aid on.
How do I feel about taking action at this point?
You're fine. You're fine. You actually now your hatred of fish. You want to actually kill the fucking thing. You've been very embarrassed. It embarrassed the shit out of you in front of your new friends, and you made you look like a clown. So you're really mad. Yeah.
All right. Well, so I blast the fuck out of the one by door number 1.
Okay. Right. So what you will have on your sheet there, you will have a firearm skill.
Hmm.
So just go C roll whatever that value is. T.
40.
Yeah, that would be 60.
Oh, nice.
Right. 20.
Fucking failure. Shit.
Okay. So so the bullet goes wide and he doesn't shoot it.
Well, I'm going to step in and have a shot at it myself. Then.
And he's screaming, "Aim for the eye!"
Yeah. Okay, so Ray, are you going to actually aim for anywhere specific?
I'm going to aim for the eye.
Okay, so you're going to have to take a penalty dice.
Oh, come on. No, I'm not. I'm just aiming
Okay,
so, in the general head area to hit him.
So you're aiming at so it's C roll.
Yeah.
Whatever your firearm skill is, and T.
Yeah. Oh, failure. Fuck, so I missed.
Okay, I'll have a go.
Yeah, so I'll take a shot at that eye. So...
On reload, what's it for? Like the reload?
You've got at least 6 rounds. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can actually fire more than one shot in a go as well, but you use penalty dice if you do that.
How did Edmund's one fail there? See how it's saying 0-0? It's like he rolled a 4.
What?
He rolled a 0, did he?
He rolled like.
No, he rolled a 0 and a 4.
Was that?
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Isn't the point?
I think it didn't.
The point to roll under.
Did it not go through because there's no space or something?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a good point there, Mikey. You actually rolled 4, Ray. Not
okay.
So maybe you have to. I'd say most because there was no space there because you rolled 4, which is a success.
Space.
Yeah. So okay, no, that's fine. You fine. We'll take that one. So what damage does that weapon do?
For regular damage,
take 10, is it?
1d3 plus DB, I think it says.
No, that's not for a weapon. For the weapon. Against the weapon.
Oh, I don't have those stats.
I fucking sent it to you the other day on WhatsApp.
1d10.
Yeah. So 1d10 is your weapon. I sent it to you and told you to add it onto your fucking sheet, and you didn't.
Oh, he's up. Oh, jeez. The headmaster.
Okay, now what is your firearm skill anyway?
61.
Okay, so 61. Half of 61 is 30, rounding down, and 1/5 of 61 is 12. So you actually got an extreme success.
Okay.
With 4. So on an extreme success, you get the maximum damage. So you get 10 because it's a 1d10, and you get what's called an impale because it's a projectile weapon. So you get to roll your d10 as well. So roll 1d10. So you got 20 points of damage. You did him.
Nice.
And minus his armor.
Yeah, he did.
Minus his armor, which isn't going to matter. So as you shot, and you all were laughing because you thought he'd missed, and the shot rang out in a Boston sky and blew a whole lot of fish head out the back, and Archibald let out a feckin' screech of "Take that, you fishy fucker," even though you didn't shoot the weapon. So that guy is dead.
Slapping Edmund on the back. It's chowder.
Not only that, you did 20 points of damage.
Fucking Eddie boy! Realize that's his damaged hand. Oh fuck!
The bullet kept going, and there was a fish, one of these fishy things behind it, and it killed that as well.
Ooh,
So just as soon as that, another one.
Billy the fucking kid here.
Another one sticks its head in the door and starts smashing continuing on the breaking down of the door.
Oh.
How many of them is there?
Maybe we should give him the money.
I'm gonna take a shot at that one.
Okay, so take a shot at that one. So
yeah, still
zero space your fight thing and target.
Yeah. Or target.
Sorry, C roll whatever your value is for your firearms, and then the letter T.
Yeah. Hard success. All right.
A hard success, unfortunately, just does the regular damage. It's an extreme success, does the extra bit. So you do 1d10 of damage. So if you want to roll it, so it's exclamation mark roll 1d10.
Yeah. Six.
Nice. So 6 goes through. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit it in its eye or in its other soft bit. It takes a chunk out of the thing and sort of lodges in, and a big spurt of blood comes out, or fishy blood comes out. That Owen goes, I recognize that blood. But anyway, it does it damage, but it's still standing. The door by the kitchen is getting pounded and pounded on, and it starts. You can see whoever's in the kitchen area can see the hinges are cracking, and with that, the door smashes open, and there are 2 of the fishy things at the door, and they step apart, and there is one of these. I'll show you a picture of them there. One of these
humanish
creatures with them. Sorry, I'll just get that there.
These in-mouth fish creatures, they look creepy as fuck.
They did a good job. There was actually, I never played it, but there was, what was that relatively recent? There was a Cthulhu video game released, like a kind of a
Thinking Cities.
Thinking City, yeah.
Yeah, actually, there's an older one. There's Call of Cthulhu. I think it was Xbox. You can still get it for the PC. It's probably the best one going, but it's based on all of these Innsmouth, Dagon.
Yeah, Shadows of Innsmouth.
I just remember seeing the kind of their take on the Innsmouth.
There was a movie based on Dagon. It was called Dagon, but it was based on Shadow over Innsmouth, which was actually one of the better Lovecraft adaptations. Not that that's saying a lot, though.
Yeah, I've actually yet to see it, but I remember my older brothers like having watched it at some point and like talking about it, but I wasn't there when they watched it. It's one of those ones I kind of have been wanting to see.
Okay, if you're finished chatting, there's the demons at the door. So they 2 of them part, and there's this Innsmouth look type of person, and he goes, I want my gold.
Well, I think Derek was right. We should give them the gold.
Just give them the gold.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach inside my get the pouch that
I said we fucking kill him.
That's cool.
No, he did say. Oh, jeez, my pencil. He did say they made sure to have all the golds. We don't know if there's all the gold in that pouch.
Yeah.
Well, we don't. Yeah, there was 3, wasn't there?
4. Tell us if there's any missing.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take it out. I'm just going to hold it out in front of me, and I'm going to leave it on the ground in front of him. And can I open the pouch and see the gold?
Derek, do you have a gold?
Yeah, I gave it into the pouch.
Yeah.
So
that's all the gold that we found.
That I picked up off the blood, and then there's the one that
Derek had.
Derek. So I'm going to leave the pouch down the ground with it open so they can see the gold. I'm just going to take a step back.
Okay, so he picks up the gold and he counts it. He looks into it, and he says, "It seems to be all here."
Okay,
Okay, then.
bye.
Can we consider
Bye
both parties
now.
satisfied?
He goes, I now want the lighthouse keeper.
Fuck him.
That's it. I'm sorry. I still got this fish phobia thing. I take a fucking shot at him. I mean,
Yeah. And we don't know the fish, the lighthouse.
Okay, so we're going to go into a little bit of combat. I know it's getting a little bit late there from our own Mikey, who probably has to work early in the morning. But
Another few minutes yet.
So as that's happening, the two fishy guys beside him are starting to turn around, and we're actually going to go into combat proper here. So I have our beloved combat tracker here. I don't know if you want the link to it.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Lovely.
You mean the notorious combat tracker?
Notorious. Andy's going, what the fuck? We've this combat tracker to keep track of creatures and stuff, and it's designed for D&D, and it doesn't really work properly. So the fact that I had to hack it for Cthulhu tonight is really not going to work. So I'll
see. To pour salt in the wound as well, it seems to work less when Dunik is here.
I was raw against it.
Yeah. Okay, so copy your answer. So I'm going to throw it up in our WhatsApp group.
Resources.
Yeah. I mean, the resource, whichever you prefer. Which would be easier for your resources or the WhatsApp group?
Resources be easier.
Resources,
Okay,
like just
resources. Okay, so. For fuck's sake. Come over here. Jesus fucking Christ. I can't even get the fucking Discord to move now. Onto the right tab. Okay, so resources and links, the usual one. Okay, So if anyone wants to look at the combat tracker, it's just gone up there. You don't need to, it's much more basic than whatever. So, reveal. So that's the two younglings. 3 and 4 are the two younglings beside the deep one, hybrid. And I've already, what is handy about this is I've already put your dexterity in. So the order is now. Is anybody? We're starting combat. Is anybody readying with the gun? Is anybody taking up?
I have me gun ready from the last time I shot.
Yeah, me too. And I was just about to take a shot at him when you went into full on combat.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I said. So so normally up first would be out of you guys would be Derek has 75. Antiques is 75. That's because you didn't have a name for me, Robert. And then Saint Jane, and then Archibald. So, Derek, you're firing, are you?
Like, is it? I suppose fair is fair. I suppose is it a case of nothing happens until Archibald actually out of turn just took a shot at your man?
Yeah, fairly much so. So it's a sort of surprise attack. So what we'll do is Archibald. Everything was calm, and Archibald fired. So we'll actually start with Archibald first.
Yeah, it just fair is.
So Archibald, roll is now. Remember, count your ammo as well. I'm not keeping track of your ammo. You fired.
No, I'm keeping track of my ammo as well. I got 4 left.
4, yeah, cool.
Yeah. So right on. Failure. Shit.
Okay, so yeah, so that went wild. Okay, next up would be then youngling number youngling is turning around. Youngling number 3 and youngling number 4 are both going to go. They're turning around now. Your marine biologist told you something about this. That
spiky shit.
Spiky shit. So if you didn't know that, you would actually not be able to react. So the fact that Derek has warned you about this, you can actually dodge out of the way if you so choose. But the dodge is your action. You're basically diving for cover.
All of us.
Do we see
all of us, yeah.
If you want it, those of you who's want it. Okay, so what will happen is
just anyone. Okay, yeah.
So
I thought it was targeting somebody.
So what will happen is, so who's in the? You're all in the room, I take it, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I did
the
a
guy
clean
was
out
pretty
down
much
there.
in view
So
of that.
basically, he's going to fire. They're going to fire at you, two of them.
Okay.
If you dodge, you actually whoever he's firing at gets a penalty dice. So the fish gets a penalty dice. If he doesn't, then he doesn't get a penalty dice, but he could still miss. But the fact is, because there's no one really is engaged, you're all in a close range. You're all either going to have to dodge, or you're not going to have to dodge.
Okay.
Well, I had a hard success. I know it.
Yeah, so you're okay.
I'm not
Okay.
dodge.
You're what?
I'm not going to dodge. I'm going to just kind of shoot.
Okay, so right. So this is going to be weird, and I'm probably going to do this wrong, but
Oh well. Very close there.
Very tight.
so
I just assumed I was gonna. Oh, and does that counts as a skill? If I successfully dodge, do I get a tick next to that?
Yeah. So Mikey, he's going to take a shot at you. One of them's going to take a shot at you because you're jumping out of the way. So I'm sorry, I have to pull up what's the skills. Needle. It's only 30. Actually, he's gonna. So he's doing this with a penalty dice, and 30 is its target. It fails. Okay, so yeah, you're fine, Mikey. It missed you. So who else was dodging?
Ben?
Who else died away?
Me.
And
me.
Did you pass?
I did. Just regular success.
That's fine. That's all you need. So he's shooting at you, and he fails. So the two of them have fired. So that's their go. And Derek, it's now your go.
Cool. I am going to take a shot at the. I'll shoot the hybrid.
Okay, you're shooting at the hybrid. That's fine.
Yeah.
So do /C roll.
1 second.
Okay, sorry. I was going to explain something before you went there, so we'll scratch that because you can actually fire up to 3 shots in one go.
Okay.
But if you do it, you must take a penalty dice for the 3 shots.
Look, I rolled it, so I'll let that.
But so the next person that's firing, you can fire more than 1 shot, but you do it at penalty. Okay, antique dealer, Robert, you took your go, you dived. Okay, so the deep one's go now. So he is going to. So I know we don't have any tokens here. I think who put the coins down in front of him? It was Dunica, wasn't it?
Mikey.
No, I did.
Mike,
I did. Yeah.
Okay, right. So he's going to try and attack you. Okay.
Okay.
So you can still dodge if you want to, or you can fight back. You're fighting back. Okay, so
I'll dodge. Sorry.
So C roll. Okay, so 45 is his target. So you're dodging. So he gets a failure. So automatically you're going to succeed. So we don't need to do anything.
So there's no need for me to dodge.
Yeah, Saint Jane.
I'm going to.
Okay, you can remember if you're shooting, you can fire 3 shots,
Okay.
but they all have to be at the same target. Sorry.
No, I'm just going to do the one.
Okay, so C roll space your whatever your firearm is. 43. Okay, so you're what are you firing? It's a 1d10 as well, isn't it? Your weapon.
One.
Oh, it's the one that Donica gave me. Yeah.
So it'll be
It's a 1d10. Okay,
Yeah.
so do exclamation mark roll space 1d10. Sorry, who were you shooting at, by the way?
Yeah, man, that was shooting at me.
Okay.
What was the roll?
Exclamation mark roll space 1d10.
6.
Okay, so that was the deep one you were shooting at, wasn't it?
Hmm.
Okay, so deep one hybrid. Okay, so right, that's your go. Next up is Archibald.
Right. So
remember,
we got left.
you can fire. So there's the deep one hybrid, and there's 2 fish either side of him, and there's 1 fish sticking its head through the door at the end of the corridor. And you can fire 3 shots into 1 creature if you want, but it's at a penalty.
Yeah.
Fire 1 with no penalty.
Okay, I'll fire 1 with no penalty at. So which one? Which is? So I suppose bloodied is worse than hurt.
I wouldn't read too much into them because they're from the D&D list of when they die.
Okay, so there's not any particular ranking system in.
It's the amount of damage that it's done. The deep one hybrid is dressed as a human. The other are just are fish things.
Yeah. I'll take a shot at that one.
Sorry, which one?
The one, the deep one, the one dressed as human.
Okay. So yeah, / C roll whatever your fire efficiency is with T. Okay.
Success.
So go ! Roll 1d10.
Eight.
Okay. 8. So with that, firearm goes off, a big sort of recoil, and bullet sails through and just blows into his head. Huge exit wound out the back. Brain matter just goes. There's a cloud of mist goes around it, and it stands there for a moment, and just the momentum then of the bullet just takes it through, and it goes smack on the ground. And
booyah!
And there it's gone. Okay, Owen. Oh, you dived out of the way.
Yeah.
Edmund.
Right, so I'm going to take a shot at young 4.
Okay, remember now, you can target somewhere, but you can take a penalty dice, or you can just shoot into it.
No, I'm just going to get a shot into what looks like.
/ C roll, whatever it's T. Failure. Okay.
Right, so I'm.
That's your go. So number 3 is at the door. It's trying to smash in the door. It actually uses its job to get the door. So the door smashes off its hinges. There's a youngling runs in to the room. So in the room, we have where areas in the room relative to the doorway?
I think I was in the hallway, but like facing the kitchen. You know what I mean? At the junction.
Okay, so it's going to run at you. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but it's just getting up close to you, but it actually hasn't done anything. Derek, you're up.
Okay, so the guy who's just ran in the door, I'm going to let my revolver at him. So I'm kind of standing. Okay. I'm there as well in the doorway, looking into the kitchen because I just tried to shoot the hybrid. So now when the door smashes in, I'm turning and I'm just letting it.
Okay.
Firing off all 2 rounds.
3 of them. Okay, so you're going to go / C roll, P for penalty, whatever your fight value, and T. So that's the first. No, you've got 3 of them. So you do it 3 times.
Whoa. Oh, handy.
So the first one misses. The second one goes through. And it's a 1d10, so give us your damage. ! Roll 1d10. And it's an action to reload, by the way, guys.
Okay.
Oh, 10. Blew the even with its. So it went into its skull where there was a bit of armor where it's hit the plating, but it didn't do anything, and it just shattered and it just cracked out. So it's gone.
Okay, I have 1 round left in the revolver. So.
Okay, Robert.
Not a terrible lot I can do, to be honest with you, because I don't have a gun or nothing, so I'm going to hop around the corner to George. I think I left him by say if you go out into the hall and back towards the lighthouse, say. So I'm just going to hop back out around there to him.
Right. Okay, St. Jane?
Oh, I'll just shoot at the one that's left for its kind of head.
Okay. Number 3. Youngling.
Yeah.
Younglings. So Youngling number 3, is it?
Dream success.
Okay, so
Nice.
it's sorry, Becky, which one was it you were shooting at? Youngling number 3, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go through the motions. You don't need to, but what you do is because he's dead. So you roll 10 plus 1d10. So it's 1d10 plus 10. He's only got 3 HP left, so he's fucking. So yeah, you let off a round again, straight into its mouth. Blood, head shatters, gone. Okay, so I just realized. Sorry. I never actually revealed the other two who were in the doorway. Sorry.
Oh,
No, they were the two that fired at you. They were the two that fired at you. They were the two that. Okay, so right. Okay, 2 more come around the corner into the kitchen door. I actually had them taking actions and all, but okay. So Archibald, you just spot these as you thought the last fish had died. You spot 2 more coming into the room.
All right, come get some, bitches. All right. I'm taking a shot at the nearest one, I guess.
Okay, so number 5 is closest to you.
Yeah, I suppose. Failure.
Okay. Owen.
He's like, I don't know. These bullets. I think we're running out of bullets. He is gonna say. He's like.
Me too.
Well, Owen, you wanted some hands-on research. So, he's gonna go and grab his scalpel and he's gonna try and rush one of them and try and jam it in its eye.
Okay, so you're going to do a targeted attack. So you're doing your fight brawl with a penalty dice.
Yeah.
So slash C roll, whatever. P for penalty.
45,
T.
Of course.
Okay, so yeah, Edmund.
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot at him.
Which one? 5.
The one near. I'm at the door as well. So
Okay,
the one.
So take number 5 because if you're shooting into melee, you take a penalty dice. So shoot at number 5. 1 shot or 3. Okay.
Yeah, 1.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have to even. So it's 10 plus 1d10. So number 5.
Edmund's getting like fucking eagle eye shots every time.
Yeah.
The hip.
What does go shooting regularly at the weekend?
Yeah, that's all he does. That's what he just goes. Yeah.
Okay, so youngling the poor old youngling who has already shot his spines out and he's in melee with you is going to try and bite you. So he is going to do a C roll, no penalties, and it's 40, and it misses. Actually, I never asked where you're going to fight back or dodge. So you could fight back if you wanted to.
I think at this stage, he's going to keep trying to stab it in the eye.
Well, look, take a fight back action because I never asked you where you're going to fight back or dodge. I should have. So it's
is that just another brawl? Is it?
It's a free attack. It's C roll 40. You can't get maximum damage though, or in a fight back, but you still get to go.
But there's no point in still going for the eye. It's just
no, you're just fighting back. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, Derek. Now they're in melee, so anybody shooting into them must take a penalty dice. And if you're firing more than 1 shot, you're taking another penalty dice. So you're taking 2 penalty dice.
Oh, so that's the 2 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's nobody here now who isn't in combat. Everyone engaged, is it?
No, he's in youngling number 6. The only youngling left is actually in melee combat.
But there's no one to shoot out without a disadvantage.
No.
Okay. Well, I'll take the opportunity to reload.
Okay, so you're using your action to reload. Okay,
yeah,
Robert, you're hiding around the corner.
I can do. I haven't got away. I think I'm gonna punch it in the eye, like.
Yeah.
Well,
you can. You can use your feet. You could grab the knife. You could grab a screwdriver. Or you could grab a leg of a chair. But no, you're just going to hide around the corner. Okay, Saint Jane.
It's the most sensible thing to do, to be honest. He's the sanest out of all of us.
So I'm going to take it up.
Works before.
Yeah.
So what
How many shots are you firing, first of all?
just the one, because I don't want to kill what.
Okay. Okay, well, you won't kill him, but you will take a penalty dice because you're shooting into combat.
Okay.
And if you fire more than one shot, you'll take another penalty dice, which is crazy hard to beat. So it's C roll, P for penalty, and then whatever your shooting skill is, T. Okay. No, C roll space P.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. That should have worked.
I'd say no space between the P and the 70. I'd say.
Okay, try that.
Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah, we can go back to no. Yeah, you're right. In the examples, it gives no space. Hard success. So yeah. Okay, so 1d10, Becky, please, or Saint Jane. Their armor is 3, by the way.
Six.
6 minus 3 is 3, and it so it takes 3 damage.
So?
Okay, so Archibald.
Yes. Actually, could I brawl right at it? Would that make any sense?
Yeah, it would actually, because it's already gone, and because it's overpowered, you actually get a bonus dice in brawling.
Yes, and I wouldn't have to take any penalty dice
because
for shooting, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be /C roll, and it's B for bonus, and then whatever your brawl figure is, T.
Yeah, well, what is that? How do I figure that out?
Your brawl is to be fighting brawl.
It's on the skills. Fighting.
Fighting brawl.
Parentheses brawl. On the skills.
Yeah, it's only 25.
Yeah, you're more of a shooter. Look, it's not going to.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, all right. You roll B25.
Okay, so C roll B25T for target.
B25T, right? Got it.
Like you're rolling 2. Oh wow! So you roll.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that didn't work. So try that again, because you need to have C roll space B25T.
Oh my fuck!
I know. Look, we go back to the dice soon, and we won't have.
I think it'll look like that. Yeah.
That's what
Excel spreadsheet class.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Extreme success.
So you actually what we did is you rolled a 0 plus a 4 and a 90 plus a 4. So it took the better one. So it took 4. So it's an extreme success.
The Archibald Owen tag team.
Okay. So you're on your thing down the bottom,
suplex him.
It'll probably say something like 1d4 or for a fight or for a fist.
I think it's 1d3. Yeah,
and because you got an extreme success, so it's 1d3 plus your let's say, oh fuck it, I just read it. There's a bonus. There is a damage bonus, which will be over to the right. So you get the 2 of them, basically. So it's 1d3 plus 1d4. So you'll have gotten just a quick sheet there.
One.
So I'll just get your sheet, because this is the last little bit of the if you like the tutorial part of it. So the only thing we haven't covered. So down the bottom it says unarmed, and it says 1d3 on your one under weapons, 1d3 plus DP. DP means damage bonus, and over on the right it has your damage bonus is 1d4. So your total damage you do when you're fighting is 1d3 plus 1d4. So you roll. So I roll there. So go exclamation roll 1d3 plus 1d4.
Exclamation 1d3.
Sorry, no, you have to go roll first.
Huh?
I'll do it there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you can do it. Yeah. Yeah, like Ben has there. Yeah.
Right, gotcha.
I'm used to the horrors of a dice
yeah, 2.
bomb.
Unfortunately, got 2. Now, if you had have used a sharp weapon, an impaling weapon, you would have gotten an additional damage, which would have killed it. But you got 2 after all that. So, unfortunately, it's still not dead. So, because I had 3 health. So, okay, Owen, you're swinging off it. Do you want to try and get the killing blow in?
Yeah, he'll go again. He's just gonna stab. It's the same damage with scalpel as it is with the fist,
but if you get extreme, you get what's called impaling.
It has the oh, it does have. I wasn't sure if it had
anything that like is a projectile, except a shotgun.
You know, hang on. No, that's actually that's 7 luck points. I could.
You can't use luck for fights.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Edmund.
I'm going to reload as an action.
Okay, so we're into the youngling. So the youngling's going to try and... Okay, so this time, are you going to fight back or dodge?
Me, fight back.
You're going to fight back? Okay, so I'm going to do my C roll, and that was... He's going to try and bite you. 40T. So he got a failure. So if you get a success, you'll do it damage. Because you'll be higher. You'll have beat it.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I messed that up. Fuck.
So you got both got failures, but because we both failed, no one does damage. Like I didn't get a success, so nothing happens there. Okay, so Derek. You did reload.
Yeah. And obviously, so if I just go in and punch him, there's no kind of disadvantage.
No, and in factional factor is an advantage because he's already gone, so he's overpowered because there's 2 of you swinging off him.
Okay, so I'll take a
bonus dice.
Yeah.
So it's /C roll, space B for bonus, whatever your fight brawl is, and T.
Just get in and stomp on its fucking head.
Yeah. This one guy's here.
Finish him!
Okay, so your damage is probably 1d3 plus 1d4.
It's damage bonus is 1d4. Yeah, 1d3 plus 1d4.
1d3 plus. So it's exclamation mark roll 1d3 space plus 1d4. You only need 1 out of 2 fucking dice. The minimum is 2, which unfortunately Archibald got. So 4. So with that, you go in and went, take this. I'm gonna make you sleep with the fishes. Fish. Crack it.
And, no big change, really.
Yeah. And as it dies, as it cracks and it dies and it hits the ground, you can hear a motorboat pulling up outside. And it's sort of a hailer going, "This is U.S. Coast Guard. Is there anyone there needing assistance?" So, right.
Not anymore.
I think that's a good time to leave it there, guys. But just first up, do you want to continue with this adventure?
I'm happy to.
Yeah, I do.
I'm
okay.
happy to, yeah.
So the lighthouse beacon, just on a sum up, was slightly different. Cassidy was meant to be dead, but I thought that was a bit boring. So he was going to try and jump off the guardrail, by the way, and kill himself. If you had gone down to the South Pier, you could have just given the coins back, and everything would have been grand. Spoo, yeah. What you missed was the generator. So you could have gone to the generator room. Are you going to leave the island now? Are we going to start here next week? And there's a reason I asked that.
No, because we own Darky Island, and now we own this island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't. If you'd have followed the footprints at the door at the start into the thicket, you would have found the body of the the FBI agent. So he was dead. He'd been killed by these crowds down there. If you'd have gone around the back of the lighthouse, you would have found the generator room. There was a hole in the roof. There was water was getting in on the generator, was causing it damage. So that's why the generator failed. In theory, you could have fixed the roof. Who's the fuck's going to fix the roof in the middle of Cthulhu eventually? There was corrugated sheets and stuff.
My hammer nails on.
Yeah. But there was other stuff, like there was chisels and screwdrivers that you could have used as weapons and that. You did find a hidden gold piece. The Deep One hybrid would have attempted to kill you, even if you'd given gold back, and there was that hidden piece that the FBI agent had. So that was the key thing. You found that. So that's where the story is meant to be, and it's left open to whether it's just an onslaught of younglings just keep on coming up until dawn, attacking you, whether it's a kill fest or whatever else, but because we were playing it on. So what you did learn is there's several things, and Archibald will be able to tell you. As a cop from Ipswich, he knows of Innsmouth, and it's a really backward place. The fact that Innsmouth was shipping gold from Innsmouth to somewhere else is very odd, because they're a poor community. So where the fuck was the gold going to? He also has the lead about there's people missing that were on their way to Rockport. Boys were missing. So there's something going on there which out of the norm for Innsmouth. So that's two sort of things. Your union stuff and your surprise expression of Rockport was just a red herring on the boat, unless you just want to go there. So that's really where I suppose the story is. There is a question of there was smuggling going on the coast. The gold seems to be coming out of a very poor community to where, who knows. What had happened in the story was the electrical faults had shorted out the light at the start of February. The boat smuggling the gold from Innsmouth to wherever had crashed and sunk without anyone realising, and the gold started washing up on the shore. So that was why the gold ended up there. And then there was the big fight to shoot out, blew the light out, and caused your ship to run aground. So that's the story with that. So that sums that up. So I suppose I'm just going to stop the feed just there really quickly. So thanks everybody if you've stayed with us for the duration of that. Thank you very much. And the story will continue in 2 weeks' time. So thanks very much.